up? What's up? What's up? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Can y'all see me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me see. Am I in the studio? Let me make sure I'm in this studio right here. Ooh, I look orange. What color am I? I was using my green screen earlier, so my white balance might be off. Too much light in here. We got a lot of shade to throw. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Finally, it is finally over. Well, almost over. This live is about all of the drama surrounding the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 finale. Yeah, my allergies have been just driving me crazy. So that's why I'm sitting here with my eyes looking crazy. My eyes are red. Even though it's been raining, my eyes is burning. But yes, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 finale. Okay, who did it? Who did it? Everybody's blaming Phaedra. Where is Phaedra? Okay, we are streaming live simultaneously over there on the Twitch. Oh, look at the Twitch people in here. Hey, Twitch. Okay, y'all can all subscribe to me on Twitch. It's Twitch. I am ATLian over there on Twitch. I'm also streaming on Facebook. Okay, I'm streaming on X, ATLian on X. And I am streaming on YouTube. Okay, shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to my supporters. And y'all know the drill. Come on in, grab a snack and stuff, and we will get started after this very brief introduction.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLian.
That's her being a blogger.
More than a blogger.
That's her being a blogger. You are more than a blogger.
I am more than
That's her being a blogger.
all of is my son.
Okay, that shit is
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Yes.
Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
say Autumn
It's her son. Yes.
say Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess, 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 Michelle is here.
Yeah.
Autumn is her son.
Like for real.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Okay, come on in. I know. 10 o'clock is my time. I'm a little bit later than 10 o'clock, but that's okay. I still love y'all. And I hope that if you are not in the stream, that you will be watching the replay. We are here for you guys. Now, I really want to come on today to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 finale. There were some questions left unanswered. There was some housewives that abruptly walked off the show. There was some the tides have turned, okay? And so I'm in my feelings because now all this tea has been dropping all over the TikToks and all over the Instagrams and the Twitters. And I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna share with y'all what I think about this, that, and the third. Okay. But before I get started, pink hearts in the chat for Mama Brown and anybody else who has gone through, know somebody who has gone through, touched by somebody who has gone through, seen somebody who has gone through any type of the big C word. You know what that means, cancer, Fuck, cancer. Okay. So yes, my mama is in here watching, so I always have to acknowledge her. Sometimes I be forgetting and she be mad at me. But I really don't be forgetting. You always in my heart. I don't forget. I just forget to ask for pink hearts. But the squad don't be forgetting because they be putting pink hearts in the chat even if I ask or not. But these pink hearts are not just for my mama. They for your mama, your sister, your cousin, your friend, your boyfriend, your best friend. Everybody. Listen, I have had friends who were affected by breast cancer and Yeah, it's a lot. So definitely keep your friends and family lifted in prayer and all the people who support them as well. Okay? All right. Now, where should I start? Did I have some extra stuff on this agenda? Hold on, because I had put some stuff in here. I don't know if I had, I don't even know. I'm just gonna talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 episode season finale. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. Y'all come in here and like this video. Like this video. Now, one thing that I'm really upset about is that people have been blaming Phaedra for the destruction. Well, it wasn't a destruction because didn't anything happen to the people marriage to that situation. But we're gonna start at the beginning. We are going to start at the beginning, and then hopefully I will have some of you guys chime in as well. Now, are they calling it Pretty Peaches? Is that what they what was that? What was the name of this episode? Time out. What was the name of this episode? I don't even know. But anyway, the beginning of this episode starts out with a lot of things. It starts out with Drew, talking to Ralph, allegedly making amends because, he's been living in the basement, okay, but he wants to learn how to co-parent. And it's interesting to me because Ralph made a comment and he said, I be wanting to spend more time with the kids, and but the judge said I can't. And Drew was like, you can see it in her face. She was like, N word, like you. Only thing you got to do is talk to me. You can see them kids whenever you want. You right downstairs, fool. But it seems like they want to come to some agreement where they aren't always arguing or whatever, which is fine. I don't even believe that they getting a divorce anyway, but that's just my 2 cents. Drew seems to be on the chopping block. But, people are saying that despite all that, Ralph was tweeting and stuff and throwing Drew under the bus and talking about she was all with Ty and all of that. And so people are feeling like, despite that, makeup that they did on camera, that there's still some underlying things going on because Ralph's in his feelings. So while Ralph's in his feelings about his woman swimming in the lady pond, Drew is over there minding her business. And now, speaking of Drew swimming in the lady pond, I mean, was Drew swimming in the lady pond with Porsha? I don't know because their little tit for tat is seeming a little bit love triangle ish for me. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. Now, Shamea has been singing. Why my screen got big? Shamea has been singing, child, her little heart out. Hold on, let me put this back to where it was. Why I do that, y'all? Oh Lord, the screen got so little I can't see nothing. I must have hit something. View page. Let me reload it, child. I'm gonna kick myself out. Hold on, I'll be right back. If y'all saw how little this font is, y'all would be like, this is why I don't mess around with Windows. Minimize, maximize. Okay. This is on my gaming computer. And it literally just changed. Anyway, I just have to look at y'all. Anyway, Shamea is singing her little heart out. She had a little showcase where she invited all the ladies and she put on a show, honey. She shimmied and danced and twerked all around the stage, all in the audience, all on top of her husband's head. It was amazing. Now, despite all that, right before that, we got a little flashback, and apparently Shamea and Brit had a little conversation. Either was it before the show or after show, where Shamea asked Brit, like, why are you going around telling Porsha that I showed you text messages? I've never showed you text messages. And Brit was like, wait a minute, you did show me some text messages. And apparently I'm confused because when last week when Brit brought up the text messages and said that they were from Portia's attorney, Portia corrected her and said my therapist. So Portia knew the exact text that Brit was talking about. So if there are some texts that Brit knows about, then why can't Shamea believe that Portia I mean that that some texts were shown. I mean, that not why can't she believe? Why can't she come clean about, showing Brit the text messages? That doesn't make any sense to me. Um, so yeah, like this whole situation with Brit, I can almost understand why she didn't come to the reunion. The lawsuit, yeah, I don't know. But the whole thing with Brit, I've been saying this for the past couple of episodes that I feel like they formed some type of alliance or something against Brit because they've been going at Brit for every little thing. It's almost like they read the comment section and all y'all saying that Brit was loving hip hop and Brit shouldn't be there and we don't like Brit. So they was like, we don't like Brit either. She got Kenya kicked off, so we don't like her. And Kelly, let's talk about Kelly for a minute. Kelly blaming Brit, talking about, Brit wasn't there for me in my divorce. Brit didn't come see about me, and that's supposed to be my bestie. Well, Kelly, you weren't her bestie. Because when y'all was in Grenada and everybody was dragging Brit for her $250 donation, you didn't stand up and support Brit. It was Phaedra. Okay. You could have said, well, she gave from her heart. We don't know what. I mean, you could have been her supportive person on the sidelines, but you weren't. So that kind of pissed me off with Kelly. And I know y'all don't like Brit, and that's okay. Y'all don't have to like Brit. But let's call a spade a spade. Brit been real from the beginning. Brit confronts people. Brit tells people how she feels. Brit is like, can you explain to me why you said XYZ? And they was like, well, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. And it just goes left all the time. And it's like, why is it that people are popping off on Brit when she's literally talking in that little nasally voice and not popping off? I don't like that. It just seems like they just doing what production or somebody told them to do. So Brit was like on an island by herself after, Kenya got the boot. But that's neither here nor there. So, Brit and Shamea have a little, tit for tat at the showcase. And Shamea, I didn't understand. Shamea has the audacity. See, Shamea is my favorite too. I like Shamea in real life. Like I've met Shamea in real life several times. I've never met Brit. Never, ever, ever. And so for Shamea, see, Shamea, I was gonna ride for you, but y'all know I'm team truth around here. Y'all be thinking I just be riding for people just to ride for them. I be riding people because this is the way I feel. Now, Shamea actually told Brit something about oh, it's good you covered up today, and brought up the fact that she was stripping butt naked while they was on tequila in Grenada. Okay. But let's not forget, all of those ladies was stripping butt naked in Grenada. All of them had on thongs and stuff. At the end of the day, that was a production situation that showed Brit butt naked. That wasn't Brit necessarily. Hey, look at my boobs, okay? Because I'm sure they said Phaedra and Brit was in the shower together, and Brit was washing her anus. Okay, they didn't film that. I'm sure Porsha, had Coco and Chanel out when she was, twerking on the people on the boat. I mean, on the float, but they didn't show all that. So I mean, that was up to production, and production has, I guess, decided that Brit is a WHORE, and I don't like that. Where that started and ended with Kenya. We have not seen no signs of Brit being a WHORE. We haven't seen nothing. The only signs that we heard about Brit Zuck and Zig was when Kenya brought it out. And once Kenya got the boot, that should have got the boot too. Why is it that Shamea and all of them keep calling that girl a whore? Kelly did it last week at Phaedra's event, and now Shamea doing it. What's the deal with that? Can somebody explain it to me? What y'all saying in the chat? You said they were mad because Brit didn't have all those lumps and bumps all over her legs. Oh no. You said they tried to ice her out. That's what they did. I'm glad some of y'all can see. Production leaning into Brit is a whole a whore narrative. Okay. Well, it is what it is. It's interesting. It's interesting. Now, you remember just last week how Shamea and Brit were going in on each other, and not Shamea and Brit. I'm sorry, Brit and Kelly were going in on each other, and Kelly went low, Brit went low, and now here is Shamea again bringing up those whole pill popper allegations. Now, Brit would be wrong if she, brought up your kid, which you claim she did in earlier interviews. But Brit never brought up her kid. Brit said that Shamea was in Miami after that whole episode where she was crying over her child. So she said, why you didn't go home instead of being in Miami partying and doing shots with Kelly? So apparently, they trying to flip that and act like Brit was talking about her child. No, Brit wasn't talking about your child, Shamea. Brit was talking about your parenting. Okay. And so I don't like that either. Y'all done spent all summer long, all spring and summer long, dragging Brit because y'all thought A, that she got Kenya kicked off, that B, y'all thought that she was making fun of a special needs child. All of y'all have been doing this. And so y'all have been ganging up on her because y'all thought that she had pictures of her with a zick in her mouth. Okay. And so now it's like the culmination of all of that have caused this woman to walk off the show. And she was a really good addition, in my opinion. Okay. Now moving on, like this video, child. What else had happened? Angela got all them damn houses and in Decatur and in Sandy Springs and whatever else. And Angela keep trying to go to, be a cheap landlord. Okay, that's what we call a cheap landlord. When you go in there, you buy a house, right? You buy a house that has the possibility of being like $1 million flip or whatever. And then you go in there and you put cheap ass floors on them houses, like they did Colorist Claudia house. You know, when Colorist Claudia bought that house and they had them cheap ass floors on there, you put them cheap ass laminate on there. You just paint the cabinets instead of putting new cabinets on there. You don't change the knobs or nothing. The knobs are from 1983. The damn faucets are from 1983. Like, you go in there, you do as little as possible. You make it look new, but it's new with cheap ass apartment style fixtures. Okay, that's what Angela was doing. I love real estate. I be looking at the real estate. I'm like, why they had did that? Why they put that kind of flooring in there? Why they got that cheap ass carpet over there? Why they didn't put real hardwood? This is a house that somebody is gonna buy. Why you wouldn't put real hardwoods on there instead of that cheap ass luxury laminate? Okay. But if you like luxury laminate, that's on you. But if you gonna fix up a house for resale and you think it's gonna sell at market price and you've done just the bare minimum, that ain't gonna happen, especially in Atlanta, because there are so many options. I mean, the housing market, there are not a lot of houses on the market, but if you want houses with specific things, you're gonna get it. So if somebody walked in the house that Angela was selling and saw, that she had put all them cheap ass fixtures in there, they ain't gonna do all that unless she gonna redo it. And I'm sure she wasn't gonna redo it because she had already invested in a lot of money. So Angela told her counselor, her therapist, or whatever it was, her spiritual advisor, I don't know what the lady was, that that she was having financial problems because the houses wasn't selling and some of them might even go into foreclosure. And we was like, oh, Angela, that's so sad. So Angela was kind of like getting ahead of the tea before it got to Phaedra, which we already know Phaedra gonna talk about it in a minute. You said they need to go back to the drawing board and recast RHOA and bring back some OGs. Yeah, I agree. You said sophistication and luxury sales. I agree, y'all. I agree. I am so mad that I cannot see the thing. And I rebooted and everything. And it's still teeny tiny. How you make it big? It say back forward low, save as print. Open and read what's translate. Even why I can't make the font big? What happened to the font? Oh wait. I'm sorry, y'all. No, that ain't it either. Oh no. Close other tabs. Reload, duplicate. I am so I don't know nothing about no Windows. Cut, copy, paste. Okay, and then what you do over here? That don't do nothing. What you do right there? That don't do nothing. That go to a different page. I don't know. It's so tiny. Anyway, I'm digressing. Um, you said Angela. Hold on. You said Angela asking way too much for them houses. Okay, so Angela admitted that the housing market, or in her case, she's having a problem with the houses that she had bought, hoping to turn them into a quick profit. And it's not working. And apparently, because she had been in that situation before, her husband is not gonna help her. Uh, and it is what it is. And people on the internet acting like Charles don't love her because Charles won't bail her out. No, Charles is like, your money is your money and my money is my money. And we both ain't losing no $1 million. You lost $1 million. I still got my million over here. So there's that. So maybe she thought, she was bringing some extra income in the house, and that didn't work. Okay. And I'm sure, some people are like, well, he ain't got it if he ain't help her. That's not what that means. That is not what that means. You said, I hope people see how that flipping houses ain't as easy as it looks. It's not. It's not. Okay. Moving on. Like this video. Like this video. Now, just last week, okay, Kelly had a cook off where she had, all of the ladies, well, some of the ladies, Porsha and Brit and Cynthia weren't there, and there were guests there, okay, at Williams Sonoma, okay, and during that cook off, it was a cook off between Kelly and Charles Oakley, right? And they were, still, selling stuff, and they was preparing for the Charles Oakley Foundation, blah blah blah. But in that, there was somebody named Marcus. We talked about this too, who allegedly exposed the fact that Charles was on a date or something with some other woman at his restaurant. I found it odd. They say he wasn't mic'd up, but he was close enough to a mic to hear. Okay, they had Kelly over there taking shots with him, so at least he was close enough to Kelly's mic, so people can hear that he said, "We're gonna do a toast to Angela Oakley's husband who cheated on her," or whatever he said. So that was interesting, and so the whole goal of this next episode was, who did it? Why was he there? He got put out, but where did he come from? And since that episode aired, Angela Oakley has tried to get in front of that as well. Listen, listen, Angela has done a good job of perfecting her image. Angela has done a great job of becoming somewhat of a fan favorite. Okay. And now, she has gone over to Carlos King. To me, it's almost to uh, predict, wait a minute. What word am I trying to use? Protect the production from this stunt. Now, I don't know if Angela knows about the stunt or if Angela actually believes that Phaedra is behind the stunt. For whatever reason, she went over to Carlos King. I didn't watch the interview, in a moment of transparency, and she told Carlos King that Phaedra did it. Now, I have told my Patreon people, my Discord people behind the scenes, I don't believe it. And the reason I didn't believe it is, why would Angela go to Carlos King's platform and expose the plot on a storyline that hadn't necessarily played out yet? That was just my opinion. Now that it's all played out, it seems that it was a scheme set up by production and or Angela and or Drew to come to us with the bullshit. Now, we all know that Phaedra just got back. Okay, Phaedra hadn't been back at that point but 2 weeks or so, right? It was her first event, besides going on the girls trip. So my thing is, and I'm skipping all ahead. Why is it they blaming Phaedra for the drama of bringing Marcus to the Williams Sonoma event, when clearly I just don't see the goal? I just don't. And I know it feels like to me that production or somebody or even the Bravo executives probably knew that the overall general public is stupid. I say that sometimes. I'm not y'all, because y'all are smart, but the overall general public would believe that Phaedra did it simply because she was off the show for so long for some shady stuff that she did before. Now, I don't see her coming back and immediately doing shady stuff. I really don't. That's just my opinion. But I feel like the producers or somebody is banking on the fact that y'all will believe that she will still do some shady stuff. Okay. But that's just my thoughts before I even tell y'all what else had happened. So Charles Oakley's gala. All of the ladies look beautiful. Okay. Phaedra looked beautiful. She brought her little boyfriend, fake boyfriend, Chi Chi. Okay. Um, Brit looked beautiful. Shamea, Shamea's dress was questionable. I like Shamea though. Angela, yeah, her dress was alright. Her dress be plain sometimes, but y'all say, Angela don't have to do too much. Um, Kelly, little teapot, short and stout. Cynthia, she just showing up to work. Um, Porsha, Porsha went above and beyond, okay, because she knew that she was gonna get a fake award at the show. Okay, her cousin Lundy had passed away weeks before that, and she had missed some filming and stuff, and so I feel like they got Porsha there. Let's give Porsha this award for Lundy. You wasn't gonna give no award to Lundy. And no shade. I mean, I get it. It's Hosea Feed the Hungry and you giving back to the community. I don't believe that they were prepared that they were gonna do that because Porsha don't represent Hosea Feed the Hungry no other time. Why wasn't Porsha Aunt there? One of the people who actually represent Hosea Feed the Hungry. Okay. That was a part of the show, but okay, let's allow it. Okay. Then, because Porsha accepted the award, she got, upset. She got a little tearful. And Shamea and everybody went to, comfort her. Now, right after that, all the ladies were sitting around, and apparently this is when the drama unfolds because Angela wants to ask all of the ladies. She said she has gotten, some tea about who actually brought the Marcus dude to William Sonoma. Okay, she got all the ladies there and all the ladies sitting around, and here go Porsha. Who said that? Who is it, girl? Who is it? And apparently she was like, I'll tell you. And then they go and drag the Marcus dude from behind the wall somewhere. And it's like, where is he here? First of all, y'all put him out of the Williams Sonoma. Now, whose bright idea was to bring him here? That was stupid. Now, apparently, it was Angela's idea. And so we like when you watch it, it's like, okay, it's not making sense, but we're gonna play along. So Angela brought him. Charles Oakley sees him and gets upset and was like, why is this motherfucker here? Because they motherfucker lied on me and he, disrespected me as a man. Charles want him put out again. Okay. So it's like, well, is Charles in on the joke or is he not in on the joke? Because I'm just kind of confused. Like, Angela, the man allegedly lied on Charles. You claim that Charles was out of town at the time the man alleged that he was in the restaurant with the girl. Okay, so you basically have essentially debunked whatever this rumor is. But now she done turned the rumor into something else, almost like a whodunit. Okay, so now she done brought the boy back to cause friction at her event. This almost as bad as the Kenya Moore hair spot when she pulled out the naked pictures. Like, what? Why are you doing this at your event, Angela? This doesn't make sense. So she brought the boy out, and then she was like, well, we gonna listen. You like, this is TV, clearly. You're like, we gonna listen and we gonna hear what he has to say. And so he goes on this whole little diatribe. Well, I like to say that somebody around all that. And it's like, girl, what is he talking about? He didn't even practice his lines well. And then the dramatic Phaedra is the godfather of Atlanta. Like, who said that? Like, when did Phaedra become the godfather? And why can't she be the godmother? I'm just confused. So Phaedra looking perplexed. Everybody's looking like they don't believe the shit. Angela looking like, aha, I finally got you. Drew, I don't know where Drew is. It's to me, it's just a big ball of confusion. Like, I haven't seen no mess like this since season 9 when Phaedra was real quiet. And even then, we knew Phaedra did it then, but this time we know Phaedra didn't do it because Phaedra had every excuse in the book. Phaedra was talking this time, so that's why I knew she didn't do it. Because if Phaedra had did it, she's an attorney. Phaedra's like, I'm not gonna speak under, without my attorney present if she really did it. Now, because I know she didn't do it, she talking, okay. I just wasn't feeling it. What else, honey child? What else? It said blah 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 blah. And it was interesting too when they brought Marcus out and how Charles was like over it. Charles left after that. Charles left his own event, whatever. Marcus calling Phaedra the Godfather in Atlanta was crazy, and Phaedra even in her confessional said that it seems like she's an easy target, which I said earlier. It feels like to me that they use this moment. They brought Phaedra back the last 10 days of filming. Um, to kind of take the heat. I mean, they didn't have no content. Like literally, remember I told you when they was filming, they didn't have no content. So they had to rack up something. I'm not buying it. Phaedra is innocent. And I would not normally say that. Phaedra is innocent. Now, according to Marcus, Phaedra used a middleman to pay him off with an envelope of cash. Now, how much cash we don't know, but apparently Marcus said that somebody named Junebug. See, the story gets worse and worse. I feel dumb even coming to y'all talking about this shit. I feel stupid even saying it. Marcus said that somebody named Junebug brought the envelope to him at Phipps Plaza. But anyway, like they say, it was all a scheme set up by Todd to come to y'all with the bullshit. And Todd wasn't even a producer this season, but it must have been one of Todd's friends because I just don't know. Meanwhile, as I said before, Phaedra denied. I believe Phaedra. Honestly, I believe that it was a setup. I believe it, probably was a setup to get her reaction. And maybe, just maybe, Angela didn't know that it wasn't Phaedra. I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm not buying it. And I don't know why Angela is buying it. But what Angela did successfully do was get the heat off Charles. Clock that T. What Angela did was get y'all to stop talking about whoever the woman was that Charles was with at the restaurant. Allegedly. Okay. That being said, the season finale was what it was. Brit ended up getting into it again with Kelli and Shamea. Shamea again was coming in a little too hot. Kelli was coming in a little too hot. They all was, calling her a whore and saying she's stupid, all that stuff. Like I said, Brit was over it. Brit was like, take this mic off me. I'm not even here for it. Brit, to me, was the most classy lady there. Like, she didn't fall for the okie doke. She wasn't trying to go back and forth. Shamea, you showed her those text messages, because there is no way that she would have known that who those messages were from. When she said the text messages to Porsha knew exactly where them text messages came from. And yeah, you did it. Whatever they say you did that shit. And the fact of when Shamea tried to like sway the narrative and tell everybody that Brit had said something about her child, and now the receipts then came out. Hold on. The receipts then came out that she was in Miami right after the Grenada trip with Kelly throwing down shots. And they putting it all on social media. Hold on. The Twitter be dragging it, honey. Hold on. Somebody even said it. Somebody said Shamea got mad as F when Brit talked about Kelly, and Shamea is going to Miami after the trip to Grenada. The producer tried to make it look like Shamea was by her daughter's side as soon as the trip was over. So Shamea wasn't expecting Brit to expose that. Now here goes Shamea and Kelly right after the Grenada trip. Listen.
Okay. Little Kelly pocket doll. Cheers! Celebrating peace. Oh my God. It's a party. Too. We don't try to make it a party. Because you always a party. You are always a party, y'all. She is the party. Let me just tell you. Seriously. Here's to all the blessings that are about to flow. Yes. Man, may your cup runneth over. Hello? You done ran it over already. Running it over. Running it over. No, this is awesome. We needed this. We need this. We deserve this. We need it. We deserve it. Hello? Yeah, for sure. We are worthy of it. We are. Cheers. Cheers. It was good.
So yeah, she cried and kept vacationing. And again, no judgment, because mothers of special needs kids, hell, mothers of kids, period, need some time apart. She had that time. She knew that her daughter was in good hands, and she took some extra days. But it's just the fact that you took extra days and then alleged that Brit was lying is the problem. Okay, it's no reason why you would do that, except that y'all had decided that y'all was gonna go in on Brit, and I don't like that. Shamea, you better than that, friend, best friend. Um, Let me see what else. What else? Oh. And the last scene of the evening kind of proved to me. Y'all know I've said this. What my glasses? I just said this whole thing about my glasses on. I've said this, and y'all was trying to read me when I said this on the Nene Leakes show. When I said it wasn't Porsha that called ICE, but it was probably Portia's team, or it may have been Bravo, or it may have been the production company, or it's so many people that could have been involved in the situation of calling and reporting Simon, because you got to figure who benefits the most with Simon being detained. Remember, Simon had said that he was gonna tweet every show, he was gonna, comment and all that stuff. So to me, because Porsha had signed that 360 deal, they wanted to protect her by any means necessary. So the last segment of the show, honey, showed Porsha in Simon's sprawling mansion, and it's decorated with Christmas decorations. So it had to be right after Christmas, or right around New Year's or whatever, because she hadn't took her Christmas decorations down yet. And her mama comes over, Miss Diane comes over yet again. Okay, why is Miss Diane always in somebody's house, everybody's house but her own? Miss Diane comes in yet again, and her and Porsha toast. Okay, smugly toast each other. I guess they toast into the good life. You saying Diane did it? Somebody did it, because it's the shade in the caption for me. The caption read, Simon was detained while entering the country in February 2025, leaving the divorce on ICE. Now, I don't know. Y'all saying Porsha scammed the scammer. I don't know. But at the end of the day, everybody see what I see. Everybody see what I see. Okay. Even look, Simon been saying that he was targeted for his money. Everybody see what I see now. First, y'all was saying that Simon was broke. He didn't have no money. Everybody see what I see now. If Simon was broke and didn't have no money, and ICE, and he was in ICE, they would have snatched all of his belongings if they weren't legit. Now Porsha is up here benefiting from those belongings, and Simon was on ICE, honey, on ICE. Hmm. Now it would have been funny if Miss Diane came up with a little pepperoni pizza and was sitting on Simon's white couch. That would have been funny, but I'm digressing. Um, yeah, next week the reunion. We get to hear a lot about the demise of Porsha and Shamea's friendship. Hopefully we hear some more. Listen, they got to do a lot in this reunion to make it 3 parts. That's all I got to say. Porsha claiming that, or Shamea claiming that Porsha said that she was kissing Candy, or Shamea was kissing Candy, or everybody was kissing Candy. Child, Candy ain't even there to defend herself, but everybody got their tongue down Candy throat. Candy was over there doing freak offs, okay, allegedly. And then we have Angela accusing Phaedra of this drama. And yeah, now speaking of that, here goes some tea on that, honey. Hold on, somebody had sent me this tea. The boy that was with the young man, I'm calling him a boy. The young man that was with Marcus at the Williams and Sonoma. Child, thank you for tagging me in this. Whoever tagged me in it. Oh, it's 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes to listen to this. I guess we do. We ain't got nothing but time. The boy who was there actually did a video, a story time over here on the TikTok. Okay. And so on his TikTok, he tells a story of what actually happened and how it got to the place where it got to. And so we gonna listen to it. Hold on. We are going to listen to it. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. Now, here is the young man who was there with Marcus. His name is Alex. Okay. So I guess he wants to explain exactly what happened, and we're here to listen. We listen and we don't judge.
Since people keep asking me what really happened, here is what happened from my point of view. This is not to vindicate anybody. This is not to indicate that anybody did anything in particular for any malicious reasons or gain. This is just what happened specifically from my point of view. So as you guys know, I was working at this restaurant and Marcus is my boss. I started working at the restaurant early May, and about 3 weeks into May, I get to work one day. It's a normal day, and there's all of a sudden all of this commotion from all the guys in the kitchen about the fact that there's some retired NBA legend that is dining there. I don't follow the NBA. Don't really
What is the restaurant? Anybody know what the restaurant is? Because I don't know. But anyway, put it in the chat if you know.
care about the NBA, and with this man being retired, that's clearly before my time. Don't know who he is. This man and this very attractive, much younger woman sit down. They sit on the same side of the booth. They, share off of each other's plates. They're very engaged in one another's company. They've shared out of the same drinking cup. So it's like, it was just giving date night energy. However, they eat, they pay, they leave. Boom. That's it. Fast forward 4 months later, and Marcus asked me if I want to go to an event. He goes, hey, this is going to be this event. It's for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's going to be filmed. You've got an RSVP, so send me your email. I send my email, and boom, I get this. I get the response. I'm invited. You've been selected, whatever you want to call it. I'm there. So, again, we're now in August, and we are at this Williams-Sonoma event. I'm just here to get a little chicken and waffle, drink this mimosa, and watch the housewives kind of go back and forth. Of course, I was excited. I'm a fan of the show. Who doesn't love the Real Housewives? So, I was excited to go. So, I'm in the background. I'm eating my chicken and waffle. I'm watching them. It was kind of boring. I'm just, I'm there. I'm there enjoying the event.
Now, y'all be nice.
As we're there, I'm not familiar with the newbies. So Marcus is like, oh, obviously this one's Kelly because it's her event. And then he brings out Angela and Charles. He's like, that one at the end is Angela. And as he's sitting here telling me about her, he's trying to jog my memory about 4 months prior when we were in the restaurant and the NBA legend had came in. And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay. But again, since I don't follow basketball, it doesn't really dawn on me like, oh, that's the same guy. And then Marcus kind of pieces it together for me. So boom, I go to the bathroom. This is still at the event. I go use the restroom. And when I'm coming back from the restroom, as I walk back into Williams-Sonoma, Marcus is up to Angela talking to her, which is what you guys see on the show when he is telling her your husband's been into the restaurant with a different woman. So of course, I'm still standing in the background. He walks back over and I'm like, what was that all about? And then he proceeds to tell me, the whole, oh, I just went and told her about her husband. And I'm like, I beg your pardon? He was like, yeah, I did, but I don't know if she really heard it or received it. So he was like,
now who is just going to randomly decide that they're going to walk up to a stranger and tell a stranger, I'm going to tell her about her husband, unless he was sleeping with him or something. I don't know. This is weird.
I need to make sure she knows what I'm talking about. And I'm like, Marcus, what? That's when this moment happens where he makes the cheers. As you can see, I am visibly gagged, mouth open, shocked, and gagged like the rest of the guests because I'm sorry, what? Did not know that was about to happen. I was completely caught off guard like everybody else, like just gagged. So after the whole stunt, Marcus is thrown out of the event. I continued to shop. I bought some of her products. I took a photo and I enjoyed the evening. It was over. So I thought. And I leave. So now it's the next day after the event. and I am at the restaurant working, and Marcus is there as well. I'm standing in front of the restaurant and I'm at the host stand. It's a slow day at the moment, and the phone rings. The hostess answers the phone. Thank you for calling. How can I help you? And she then looks over and she goes, "Hey, Marcus, there's a woman by the name of Drew Sidora on the phone, and she would like to speak to you." So, of course,
Wait a minute, not Drew Sidora on the phone, honey. Drew Sidora is on the line. I mean, he's spilling tea now. I don't know.
me and Marcus like lock eyes from across the restaurant. Here I am, visibly gagged again because why is Drew calling? What does Drew want? What's about to happen now? So Marcus gets on the phone with Drew, and
So Marcus and Drew was doing some shimmy, shimmy, shimmy behind the scenes. That's what I'm getting. I don't know, and maybe they didn't pay Alex enough to shut up.
basically Drew is just like, how are you going to come to my event? How are you going to come to this event and drop all that piping hot tea without getting my number afterwards so I can get the behind the scenes details? So Marcus and Drew exchange numbers. They have a whole back and forth for a couple of days, or maybe for a day or so. But essentially, Drew just invites Marcus to go and have coffee with her. So after Marcus gets the invite to go have coffee with Drew, he was like, "Well, you have to come with me because I need you to be my receipt. I need you to tell people what you saw since you were there that day as well." So now at this point, we have also had a producer reach out in an attempt to get security camera footage from the restaurant.
Producer, remember I told y'all I thought yes they are milking it, Zamzaga. I remember I told y'all I felt that it was production. Production and got the messy queens involved, and the messy queens is telling. The messy queens is telling it.
Uh, uh, our good old friend Charles, and the woman that he was with. So at this point, I'm starting to feel bad because it's like I didn't come to this person's event to do any of this. So I go and I look up Angela Oakley and I DM her after the event to try to kind of warn her on what I feel like is production trying to set up Angela.
He been dropping the receipts all through the thing. He about to drop proof of the DM too. Hold on.
And her marriage, as you can see here.
They're gonna DM, hi Angela, whatever. He about to tell us what it say. So just earlier, I didn't pause it, but he showed us the receipt of his invitation. He showed us the receipt that he was there. He showing us the receipts now.
As you can see here, I felt bad. I didn't even want to be in any of this.
What it say? I am the waiter that has tended to Charles and his quote friend. Something happening with something. I'm so sorry. And then Angela said, "Hey there, what's something?" And then he said a lot. I can't read what it say, but hopefully he'll read it.
So I reached out to be like, "Hey, this is what I think is happening." In the exchange of our back and forth, it pretty much ended with, I feel like, her thinking that I was trying to just get a moment. And I'm like, "Girl, no, I'm not trying to get a moment. I'm trying to help you. I've already got my own moment elsewhere. This is not for me. This is for you. I'm just trying to warn you because I think they're trying to set you up in your moment." However, the day comes, I go to the coffee shop to sit down, and lo and behold, Angela is there. And the first thing I say, and of course you guys don't see the scene, but the first thing I say is, actually, I'm glad Angela is here because I thought Drew was being messy trying to get to your marriage.
Not he went to lunch with Drew and Angela.
I said, and first of all, I'm not even here to say that your man is cheating. However, this is just simply what happened the day that he was in the restaurant. And I shared the same details with her. The optics of the situation just didn't look good if he is indeed married to, somebody else. That's all there was to it. I was not being messy. I won't try to be messy. Again, I'm not trying to be on TV. I'm already on TV. So it's not like I was trying to get on a TV show. So it was just, that was just it.
Now he already on TV. Child, what show you on, boy? What show is y'all seen him on the TV? I haven't seen him on the TV. Hold on, there's a part 2, child. I want to see the part 2. I'm listen. I'm interested in the behind the scenes storyline, and I believe him. Oddly enough, I believe him. Hold on, it's a part 2. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Do this.
Since people keep asking me what really happened, here is what happened from my point of view. This is not to vindicate anybody. This is not
Oh,
to
this not
indicate that
part 2.
anybody did anything in particular for any malicious reasons or gain. This is
Hold
just
on, that's not part 2. Hold on, let me put part 2 in here. That was part 1. This part 2. What's part 2? This part 2. No, this part. I can't see. Hold on. No, that's Kenya Moore. Hold on. This is part 2. No, that's 7 minutes. And then this is part 2. Okay. Oh Lord. This is part 2, child.
so boom. Here we are back with part 2. As I expressed, we're sitting in the restaurant. It's me, Drew, Angela, and Marcus.
Oh,
And I
oh, okay. I believe him.
just expressed to Angela what I saw at the restaurant. If you missed any of that, go back and watch part 1.
I told you Angela successfully deflected from her husband being in the restaurant with some random lady to who set up the lie. That's what she did. She successfully deflected it. And to me, it probably ain't a lie, child. I don't know.
As I was expressing to her, hey, this is what happened, she then kind of takes control of the conversation and gets a little bit more aggressive. And understandably so, because I, as a married person, you're not going to step to me about my partner, and I don't know you, and you're trying to tell me something about my partner. And that is why because that's how I would feel about it, that's why I reached out to Angela the night before via DM.
Oh, wait.
You can see part.
Oh, go back a little bit. Let me read it. Go back.
Because that's how I would feel about it. That's why I reached out to Angela the night before via DM.
Okay, this was the one we couldn't see because his head was in the way. He said, "Hi, Angela. I am the waiter that has tended to Charles and his quote friend." That is messy. That's still messy. I hate what's happening with the security footage. Ooh, they gave the security footage to the people. But they probably gonna play it on the reunion. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. And then Angela said, "Hey there, what's happening?" And then he said, "A lot. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm even in the middle of all this." And then Angela said, "Oh, hun, it's fine. You should something, something. I'm sorry this is happening to you as well." And he said, "Thank you. It has been a lot." What? This is messy. Didn't nobody even ask you? Who asked you if it? Oh God! If she about to get exposed for her husband, let her get exposed. You ain't got to be back behind the. Oh Lord.
You can see part 1 for that. So I sent Angela the DM just letting her know, kind of like, hey, I think they're coming at you, because I did. I thought production was coming at Angela. She's basically like, look, I looked up both of you, and unless y'all start talking right now and y'all tell me who sent y'all, I'm gonna start talking about what I know on both of y'all. So I'm like, girl, what is you talking about? There ain't nothing out there on me. If there was anything out there on me, I think people would already know it. So she kind of turns her attention more so to Marcus. And that's when she just again doubles down on this. I know somebody sent you. I know somebody sent.
Now don't forget that she did release a phone call. I played that the other day, and apparently she or somebody else has allegedly released information about him being a predator. But yeah, it seems like it was some extortion going on, and it wasn't them extorting her. I don't know.
You. I know somebody sent you, and I know both of you have a connection to Athens, Georgia. And I'm like, I mean, I really don't. I mean, my mother-in-law lives there, but I don't really have a connection to Athens, Georgia. So then Marcus was like, okay. And and I will tell you, he didn't want to say a name. Marcus was not trying to say a name. Marcus was visibly, I feel like, as uncomfortable as I was. So then this is what you see on the show, where Angela's like, well, here, you can write it in, just here's my phone, write the name down in my phone. And he proceeds to type out a name, hands the phone to Angela. Angela reads it, hands it to Drew. Drew reads it. Nobody hands the phone to me. So I'm in the dark on who sent us. Because as I told you, I was just invited by my boss / friend Marcus to be like, hey, come to this Housewives filming event with me. I came with no agenda. I had no clue that anything was going to happen, let alone all of this was going to happen. So they're shocked. They thank him for his services. And then the tone of the conversation changes dramatically. Nobody ever says a name. However, the tone of the conversation changes dramatically. And it goes from Angela being mean to Angela being very nice. And then Angela and Marcus are just having this whole kind of key back and forth, almost as if they've known each other for a while. So much so to the point where a producer steps in and was like, okay, wait a minute. Stop. What just happened here? Because it was just kind of weird. Like,
Ooh.
what just happened here? So all of a sudden, Angela's like, now you have to get me dirt that shows that she sent you guys. And I was like, still confused because I don't know who she is and nobody's ever used her name. But it, turns out to be Phaedra is what they're saying. So I'm like, they're like, you have to figure out, you have to come up with a way to prove that Phaedra sent you here. So I'm like, wait, what? What is going on? How did this happen? I'm confused. And it's just like, I just keep getting thrust into these like situations. And it's like, I really felt like the like B character on like a show. And the main character just keeps thrusting us into these wild scenarios. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm gobsmacked. Literally, I'm gagged every step of the way, you guys. So we get up, we leave from the table after agreeing to get proof to show that Phaedra allegedly set all this up. And we're off camera, but we're in the coffee shop. And, I asked Marcus, I'm like, Marcus, and this is a hot mic moment. So Phaedra, you need to ask production for this. I say, why did you sit there and lie to that woman? We don't know Phaedra. Like, what are you talking about? How did we get here? Like, there's a whole moment. And he's like, shh, we're still mic'd. So boom, that's that. Forward, a couple hours later, we are out of the scene. We're out of the, restaurant. And it's like still sitting with me. And I'm like, this is just not sitting well with me. So then I start texting Marcus. So this is the conversation between me and Marcus.
Hold on,
And
let me
start
pause
here.
it.
I ask him, Marcus, why?
It said, I'm here. I'm getting chance in the car, LOL. It's a process. Something. Okay, $15. Marcus, why did you switch up? Her husband was in the restaurant. And then he said she definitely wanted it to be Phaedra. So I didn't know what else to say. Oh.
Why did you switch up? Her husband was in the restaurant. And then he goes, she definitely wanted it to be Phaedra, so I didn't know what else to say. Well, after that meeting, I'm convinced Angela knows about Charles. He already had a terrible image from being banned at Madison Square Gardens and the MGM. She knows what she's dealing with, and I felt like she wanted to pin it on Phaedra, and that's not right. So as you see, this is August.
Here it goes. Like all the stuff been coming out, and Angela says that he told her it was Phaedra, and he's claiming that he only said that because she wanted him to say it, and he probably knew that he was being recorded. This is interesting.
13th at 2:31 p.m. So then, once I realized that Marcus was actually going so far as to scheme along with Angela and actually say that Phaedra did this,
he didn't went in Phaedra's DMs. Hey, I was at Kelly's event when the cheating rumor about Angela's husband was outed by my friend. A lot has happened since then. I think they're trying to make it out to be you. Put us up to it. I'd love to have a conversation off camera.
I then, same day again, August 13th at 11 p.m., I DM Phaedra Parks. Can you not see that it's her account? Well, you can see the better screenshots on Twitter, everywhere I've posted them. But anyways, this is my DM to Phaedra, where I specifically tell Phaedra, hey, I was at Kelly's event when the cheating rumor about Angela's husband was outed by my friend. A lot has happened since then, and I think they're trying to make it out to be you. Put us up to it. I'd love to have a conversation off camera about what happened today. So again, off camera. So as you see in the screenshot, Phaedra never reaches back out to me. So then I actually get in touch with a old RHOA producer who...
See, it's interesting. They got all these, the gays. Listen, the production. A lot of them is gays, and then they link with the other gays, and all the gays know all the gays, and then they call each other, and then they be friends with the gays, and then they set up the gay. Listen, it's a whole gay mafia out here.
Who I talk to, I share all of this with. I'm like, hey, can you get me in touch with Phaedra? And I mean, his name was Luke. He was apparently like her old producer on the
He dropping names. Luke, the producer
show a couple seasons ago. So I reach out to him. So again, I mean, I'm really trying to like warn Phaedra, hey, I think...
And now it all makes sense why Angela went over there to Carlos King, Phaedra's op. Okay. Oh, this is messy. Bravo, you was messy.
I think they're trying to set you up because again, I don't want to be a part of them like lying on somebody, trying to take somebody down or anything like that, because that's not cool. I didn't think it was cool when I thought they were trying to do this to Angela's marriage. The reason why I DM'd her, and I didn't think that it was right when they were trying to do this to Phaedra. The reason why I DM'd her. So now I'm just at this weird like impasse trying to figure out how can I get in touch with Phaedra Parks, figuring out how the hell I ended up in all of this, trying to like maintain my friendship and keep my job. So it's just a lot at this point for me in the midst of all of this. Again, something that I did not ask to be like thrust into. So come back for part 3.
Ah, Lord, not a part 3. Yeah, do I need to... Did he post a part 3? Let me go see. What's his name? Alexander. Hold on. Let me see. Did he post a part 3? Child, he done posted a part. Is this a part 3? Child, he done posted a part 3. Oh, Lord. I don't know if I want to hear part. If you ain't going to say no more, I'm going to listen. I'm so messy. I'm going to listen. We're going to listen to part 3, child. It's story time. Hold on.
This has happened. We have sat down with Angela and Drew, trying to get more clarity. That turned into Angela just stating we have to pretty much say that this was Phaedra. I told you we leave the restaurant. Marcus is still, fine with doubling down, saying this is Phaedra. I'm not. I reach out to Phaedra with everything that I can think of. Like, I DM'd her. Y'all can go and look at really, really, really old comments. I was commenting under all of Phaedra's old comments, like, please check your DMs. Please check your DMs, because I would have really felt bad had I not done everything that I could have done. And this played out like season 9, and Phaedra got fired for something that she did not do. So
I believe that they know that Phaedra didn't do it, because Phaedra was on the damn Watch What Happens Live the other night, just as happy as a lamb. And even Andy tried to throw shade. Was like, well, you were benched. He threw that out there. Remember, nobody, y'all was acting like Candy didn't issue no ultimatum and said that Phaedra couldn't come back while she was on the show. Andy said you were benched, okay? But you couldn't come back because Candy was there and she wouldn't let you come back. And Phaedra was like, yes, I and there's no reason for me to do this. And I was literally, I just got back off some drama. So yeah, I believe Phaedra innocent, y'all. Let's finish listening.
It's been about a night or two since the coffee shop. We are leaving the restaurant, Marcus, myself, and a couple of other people, and we're in my car. As we are driving to go get a drink or somewhere, I don't know, we're just like going to get a drink after work or something. He keeps getting these text messages. Excuse me, not text messages. He keeps getting these phone calls from a private number. Then he starts getting text messages while we're in the ar. He does not answer any of the phone calls.
Oh.
And then this is the phone call. The text message. Can you call Phaedra?
Not Not Phaedra calling from a block number. Oh, Phaedra is known to call from a block number. Oh, somebody said, "Who is this?" And then it says, "Message from carrier. I want to protect you." What? Can you talk? Who is this? Oh, it was Angela calling from a block number. Let's listen.
Marcus responds and asks, "Who is this?" Then this weird message comes up because Angela was using some sort of burner phone or something. So then we got this really weird message, and then she's like, "I want to protect you," which you have already heard her say in those released audio.
I want to protect you. Why is she protecting this random man who accused her husband of cheating? That is weird.
Clips, which we gonna jump into later. And then again, "Thank you, but who is this? Can you talk? I came in about 30 minutes, had a family emergency I'm finishing up with. Is this Angela? Can you talk? I'm still with my family trying to finish up. I'm sorry, I'm just weary about who is texting me. This is Angela. Okay, I will let you know as soon as I'm home." So we wait about 10, 15 minutes, and then he calls Angela. You guys have heard the audio. The audio recording is a full 15-minute conversation between the two of them trying to scheme and figure out receipts to set up Phaedra. So you guys have heard some of what Marcus has posted, which is kind of a really grainy bad audio. That's because I've recorded that. When the situation was happening, we were in my car, and when they started really talking about scheming on Phaedra, I was like, I have to record this. So I'm trying to drive and secretly record this conversation that Marcus is having on his phone on speaker, so that way I could have a receipt. However, Angela clearly recorded the call too, because you guys have heard it from her point of view, which is way clearer. However, you've noticed neither have released the full 15-minute video, which would show both of them equally taking parts in scheming on Phaedra.
What?
Now, I'm going to double down on this because Angela absolutely held the charges that have come out about Marcus over his head. Angela absolutely was like...
Now, you know, she did. Now, I haven't been reported on it, but, you know, it was some charges about Marcus back in the day. He got some criminal charges out there about touching kids or something. I don't know. And it's all over. If you Google, apparently somebody leaked that. And, oh, child, not extortion.
I will make sure that this gets out and everybody sees this if you don't help me. And you don't want that. None of you knew Marcus's full name to be able to go and look up and pull those charges. They didn't even say Marcus's full name. Marcus isn't even that big on social media for you guys to be able to find him. So all of his past and charges only came out because it was specifically leaked by Angela. So boom, I'm secretly recording their conversation. She's like, hey, I don't want to say, he's like, hey, I don't want to, no, excuse me. Marcus says, you know, I don't want to say fake something, but we've got to come up with something. And she's like,
so she was like holding that over his head to make him say the story the way she wanted him to say it. This is deep. No wonder she ain't got no pickup letter yet. Ooh, no wonder she was over there talking to Carlos King, spilling tea before the episode even aired. Ooh, this is messy.
Yes, I agree. We need to come up with something to legitimize what we're going to say about Phaedra. So I take those clips and I'm like, I've got to find Phaedra still. So the next morning, as I'm getting ready for my other job, my day job.
Right, this is better than the whole season 16 of the show. This is like this whole little story time is better. This storyline right here is better, and they only had one episode of it. Too little, too late. Bravo, damn.
It dawns on me, my day job. I manage a luxury high rise. I wouldn't call it luxury, actually. But one of my residents I've known for years because I leased an apartment to her mother a decade ago, and her mother is a popular blogger. So I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, you wouldn't happen to know Phaedra? She was like, yeah, let me see what I can do. I tell the blogger.
Now her mama is a blogger. What's her mama name? I probably know her.
The whole like quick skinny of it. She's like, let me see what I can do. Okay, cool. Boom. It's about an hour later. I'm in my car. I'm driving to work. My friend is calling me back, the one I reached out to. And I'm like, hey, Tammy, what's up? And she was like,
Not
hey.
talking with Tammy. It was talking with Tammy. Oh, Lord. Not that the drug talking with Tammy into this. Oh, this is hilarious.
I got in touch with Phaedra. She's on the line. So then all of a sudden,
I totally believe it now. Not that the drug talking with. This is so messy. Oh my God. I believe every word.
I hear the most beautiful angelic voice of a Southern belle. Hello, how you doing? And I was just like, well, I'm stressed.
Tammy is a blogger, a blogger in Atlanta. Yeah, she's not as great as me, but she's a blogger in Atlanta. She be blogging about clothes and food and stuff.
But better now that I've gotten in touch with you. So I am probably sounding like a crazy person to Phaedra. Like, bitch, I know you don't know me. I am a fan, but like, I'm not like a crazy fan. Like, ah! But like, all of this is happening, and I think they're trying to set you up again. So I'm literally on the phone with Phaedra for like an hour trying to make any of this make sense to her.
No, I live for the behind the scenes drama. Thank you for the story time. We still invested, honey. Give us a part 4. Let's keep listening.
So she's like, well, just send me an email of what you have. Boom. So I'm gonna
email. Oh, he got the receipts. He said something about I'm not tech savvy. I've struggled some. So I hope he read it because it's cut off. Let's see what he's gonna say.
Show this really up close like this because I'm not trying to put out any of her information. But as you can see, the message is like, hey, Phaedra, I'm not tech savvy, blah, blah, blah. But this was me emailing Phaedra. This is, as you see, on August 15th at this point. And at this point, Phaedra, I have talked to her on the phone, and now she has responded. So I sent her the above email, and now she's like, thanks for sending. I'm driving, but we'll look ASAP. Woo! I finally got in touch with Phaedra, and like, I'm literally sitting in my car crying because I'm like, whew, let me vindicate this woman because I cannot have this single mama out here losing no job. Boom. So I sent.
This is so bad. This is so horrible. I don't even know. Just horrible.
Send the stuff over to Phaedra. Me and Phaedra probably had 2 additional phone calls after that, kind of just like talking through everything. And then that next day, Friday, I was off of work for my day job. And it's like Friday morning.
No, Phaedra didn't do it. I'm trying to tell y'all Phaedra was innocent. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was production. I don't know if Angela was in on it. Phaedra did not do it. I told y'all that from the very beginning before we even started down this Storytime road. But he's bringing us the receipts to try to tell everybody that he was trying to tell people that Marcus had actually told Angela, or that he was recorded telling Angela that it was Phaedra, because Angela was holding something over his head, which was apparently the fact that he had a history of predatorism. Okay, he can't be around any schools or anything for touching little people. And yeah, this is bad, real bad.
And Marcus is like, oh my gosh, have you seen the info and everything about this black tie gala that Angela and Charles are having? He was like, I think they're going to confront Phaedra tonight, this, that, and the third. And me and him are just kind of having a back and forth about it. By midday, he gets this text from Drew Sidora stating that Angela...
Child, not the text from Drew. Angela would like me to invite you to this tonight. Hope you can make it out. And then he says, I'll be there as long as you and Angela have my back. Why would her and Angela have to have his back if he was ooh, how are you and Angela conspiring with somebody who allegedly lied on your husband? Ooh, I believe everything they say. Phaedra didn't have nothing to do with this. Phaedra didn't have nothing to do with this. These grown ass, messy ass women. Angela, what the hell is wrong with you? Angela, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Angela would like me to invite you to this tonight. Hope you can make it out. And of course, you see where he's like, I'll be there. Hopefully, you guys have my back, which you saw they did because they were a part of all of this. So, meantime, in between time, after Phaedra had received the receipts, and I think she had pieced together that this was happening, Phaedra then has our mutual friend reach back out to me, and she was like, I want to buy you a ticket and invite you to the gala so you can speak your truth.
Ooh.
Boom! That's how I end up at the gala. So it's the finale night. We are dressed to the nines. I'm there. So you see, I'm on the red carpet. I've got my Getty images. It's because, again, I was an invited guest who had a ticket, and I was asked to be a part of the red carpet because I was recognized from my other television show endeavors that I had. Because, again, I was not trying to be in the midst of all of this craziness.
What other TV show? I'm still lost at that part, but okay, girl.
And it's wild because it's like, too late, you're in it now. So it's the night of the gala, Friday, August 16th. And Marcus has been invited by Drew. I have been, and Angela. I have been invited by Phaedra Parks. And now we're ready to see the sparks fly. But I guess I'm running out of time. So I guess there's going to have to be a part 4. So you guys can now find out what happened at the gala that they did not show on RHOA.
Child, now we gotta wait. I don't want to wait. Girl, child, I don't want to wait. Somebody call Alex on the phone and tell him to tell us because we don't want to wait. Alex, where you at, child? Part 4 ain't up yet. I guess we gotta wait till tomorrow. Let me go and follow him on the TikTok, child. I don't know, child. It won't let me follow. Will it let me follow? Let me see. Refresh. Oh, I ain't signed in. Child. Well, while we're waiting, would y'all like to call in? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all believe this story? Do y'all believe that Angela? It's very convoluted. It's very convoluted. From what I can gather, apparently Angela was pretty much blackmailing Marcus to say that it was Phaedra that sent him with the tea that her husband was in his restaurant with a woman, and the way she was blackmailing him, apparently she had did a background check on him, got his last name, found out he had some stuff in his past about child predatorism, okay, and he cannot go around any schools. He's on the sex registry, allegedly, and he didn't want that to get out, okay, but apparently it's been got out now, okay, because it came from somewhere, and like he said, who put it out there, because didn't nobody know his last name except Angela. So now, his friend is coming forward and telling us all of this, even though there's a audio out there of Marcus saying it was Phaedra. The friends say he was in the car when Marcus was talking to Angela, and apparently it was only a snippet of that conversation which was released, which was the part where he was saying it was Phaedra. They was probably saying, well, in 5 more minutes, say it was Phaedra, okay? Like they was probably rehearsing their lines beforehand, and then they released the part that actually said Phaedra. This is a mess. Okay, this is a mess. Now I understand why Angela went to Carlos King before the finale episode aired. Okay, now I understand why Angela leaked the storyline to Carlos King, who ain't even associated with Bravo before the storyline aired. It's all a mess. And we have 2 people on the line. Hold on. Hello, Mickey. How you doing?
Whoo, ciao. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. How you doing? We just over here waiting for part 4. Somebody tell Alex to go and post part 4 so we can watch it now.
Not Angela being Junebug.
Angela, Drew, is Drew Junebug? One of them, child. I don't know.
What in the hell is all of
And the people
this?
saying they don't believe it. It was too detailed for it not to be true. I don't think that anybody could come up with a story like that and say it off the top of the dome without it being true. I believe every word. Every word.
Because to me, well, I was, and I'm just gonna be honest. At first, I'm like, listen, Angela seems way too smart to be lying on Phaedra. I was like, Angela seems, this is her
Angela
rookie
needed somebody to
season.
go at though, didn't she? Like you can't be boring. Then you'll end up a
Yeah.
friend like Cynthia.
And let's be honest, Phaedra does have a track record. She has a past. So I was like, maybe yes, maybe no. But then again, Phaedra just came back into the fold. She was benched for the damn 7 years. She would be stupid to come back in, film for 10 days and create this whole Charles is cheating, scandal. I'm like, okay, I don't know which one to believe, but this clearly shows that she was working with these people behind the scenes. But what is very crazy to me is who gave Marcus the invitation in the beginning? Because if he's just a nobody that has a restaurant and then Charles came in, who is he
Why didn't he get invited
contacting?
to Kelly's function?
Yeah, that's where I'm like, it's kind of confusing because, okay, he was having dinner, lunch, whatever, but then how is he getting in contact with production and
Mhm.
getting the invite and he's on camera and he's doing a toast and all of that is happening? I'm like, okay, this just seems like, okay, he's messy. He's just trying to get his, 15 minutes of fame. Is giving Anthony the assistant. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh,
And then
uh-huh,
now it's like,
uh-huh.
oh, it's Phaedra. Phaedra's the godfather of Atlanta. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay,
That
whatever.
didn't even make sense. His little speech didn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Let me
So,
see if I can find it.
oh my
Wait.
God, Angela is Junebug. We was rooting for you, Angela.
Okay.
We was rooting for you because all of these schemes and scams, I know it like seems entertaining on the outside, but it's really not going to get you far. And it's going to put a stain on your reputation if you're like working with people behind the scenes and you're trying to, have this like fake beef. It's really weird.
Uh-huh.
It's really, really weird. But she was visibly shaken at the gala because she thought, okay, Charles is about to erupt in 2.5 seconds. She was
Uh-huh.
just like, no, no. Like
Uh-huh.
you can tell, like she was really
Trust
scared.
me. Trust me.
Trust me. Go, go. She's like, I'm like, Angela,
This
look,
when he said it. And when he
yeah,
said it, it was like a line being like all of them look confused as hell. Listen.
yeah.
Phaedra.
Oh,
Phaedra, how could you do something like that?
Phaedra didn't do it.
And then she just popped off on Phaedra. And even Brit was
yeah.
like, Phaedra didn't do this, child. Phaedra did not do
But
this.
my thing
What are
is,
you talking about? Before you accuse anybody.
Talk.
Phaedra is the godfather in Atlanta.
This sounds so stupid. The Godfather, honey. Look at Kelly's face. Kelly's face actually moved. That's shocker.
My mother taught me to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Child, this a mess. I
but
can't play
Phaedra,
too much of
but according to Alex, Phaedra already was privy to what she was about to be accused of, right?
it, according to Alex.
He's saying that he had already talked to her and he basically gave her the heads up that they're gonna frame this whole thing on her.
Uh-huh. So was Phaedra a part of production as well? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think at this point.
But Angela girl, if you're going through all of these lengths to clean up the fact that he's
So
either
do you
cheating
think
on
that
you,
that Angela really believes that it was Phaedra and that Phaedra is in on it, but it really wasn't her?
I mean, this is what I think. I think that Angela is very aware of Phaedra's past. And I think if anybody's like, well, Phaedra did say this and Phaedra did do that, she's like, oh, makes sense. She's done some shady stuff before. I mean, anybody would believe it, right? And already they've been a target this season. Porsha said she wanted F Charles. Charles cheated. Charles Madison Square Garden. Everybody got Charles names in their mouth. So it's like I gotta stand up for my husband. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I'm trying to clean this all up, especially
So when she brought Marcus out, do you think Charles was in on it? Because Charles seemed genuinely upset.
no, Charles is like, unmic me, I'm done. Like, I don't want to be involved. Like, Charles is
Charles was like,
like,
what is he
what
doing
is
here?
it? Yeah. Charles,
Hi,
I don't think
Angela.
he's
Hi,
aware.
Marcus.
Okay, give us the tea.
No, excuse me. You gotta go.
Yeah.
I believe. Yes, you do. Get your mother ass out of here. Get out of here.
You think he was in on it too?
I don't think so. I don't think he cares enough.
Because
Or
look,
maybe
Angela looked nervous. Angela,
No, he gotta
yeah,
go.
Angela was
It's
scared.
okay. No,
Uh-oh.
I don't want any.
No, wait.
disrespect you the other time,
No,
right?
he did not. Let him finish. Marcus,
No,
now.
he's not coming over here. No, he gonna disrespect you.
and now her chasing after the man who lied on her husband. That was weird to me. Like, why is she running after the man that
Why?
lied on your husband?
And why is she inviting him to the event?
No.
Now.
Are you serious?
Trust me.
I'm not trusting
Trust
you.
me.
Did I not apologize to you and your husband that day?
Don't touch
Who
him.
told you? Who
Charles,
told you?
I apologize
What are you doing? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Why do you have this man's hand in your hand? What is going on?
to you.
He did.
I apologize
No.
to your wife, and I truly said
Hold
that
up.
I was sorry.
You disrespecting me as a man.
She better move in front of Charles while he lay his ass out.
And the women didn't even know what. I don't know. It was just messy.
No,
to me. I don't
honestly,
know.
I think she wanted him to say that it was Phaedra. I think that she wanted to clear Charles's name, or maybe he is cheating on her. She wants to clean up on aisle 7, and she wants this to be the focus, that Phaedra's the big bad wolf, and that all of this is fake, and that Phaedra's a liar, and all of that. Because even Charles is like, girl, what are you doing? Like, why is this man here? This is our event. This is supposed to be something positive. Why are you doing all this? Why are you setting all of this up? You know what I'm saying? Which is very weird. And it's also very telling that she did do that interview with Carlos King ahead of all of this. That is very telling as well. There was
Now, the people
also
say that Bravo approved the interview, but even with that, that's still giving me that it was like, even if she believe it, it's giving me that it was orchestrated to like make Phaedra the fall guy. But
yeah,
Phaedra is okay being the fall guy because that's what she getting paid to be.
yeah. And
But she
plus,
didn't do it.
let's be honest, it's been a really dry season. It's been very lackluster. She done came in to try to salvage whatever was left. So she's like, you know what? At least, the check cleared, so I'll be the fall guy. But yeah, Angela girl, this is messy. This is very messy.
Like
This is not a
what? Like
good
what
look.
would be Phaedra's motive? That's true. What would be Phaedra's motive? Phaedra didn't have nothing against Angela. They hadn't had no words, no beef, no nothing. So I don't understand why would she even. That don't
Yeah.
make
And Phaedra, she's way too smart. She was blackballed for 7 years. She not finna come back into the group and start no fake rumors about somebody cheating, whatever. Now, I know that Angela was upset at the fact that, she said like, nobody knew. I know Charles, but I didn't know he was married and all that. She was throwing shade, but everybody was throwing shade at Angela. So
But here's the
that's
thing
just
about Phaedra
weird.
for the people who don't believe her, because I see somebody in the chat saying Phaedra is guilty, whatever. But when Phaedra is guilty, she's quiet. She's an
Yeah.
attorney. She's not gonna say anything that may, get make her
Yeah.
guilty. You
Expose
know what
her.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? Yeah,
Expose her.
so she's quiet. Now she's joking, she's making jokes, but she knows she didn't do it. So she's
Yeah.
speaking. So that's to me tells me like even if she knew it was coming, she ain't have no parts of it. So she can say whatever she want to say. She's laughing about it, she's making jokes about it. Yeah, incriminate herself. Thank you so much, Drina. Had a brain fart. She don't want to say anything that'll incriminate herself. So she's normally quiet. Like with that Candy stuff, we knew she did what Candy said she
Yeah.
did because she had she had a issue with Candy. Think about it. All the stuff
Yeah.
that Candy was doing behind her back, and then she started doing stuff behind Candy back. They used to be tight. And
Yeah.
then, when the situation happened with her and Apollo, Candy was, holding Apollo stuff in the garage. Like she had
There was a
issues with
history.
Candy that, she wanted to do. So the same thing with Carlos. So
Yeah, and plus, think about it. Who has the leverage here? Angela or Phaedra?
right.
Obviously, Phaedra. So, Angela girl, I think you played yourself. I think that you and your husband have deeper, darker issues that y'all got to work
Ooh.
out, because if you're going through all of these Olympic size hoops to cover up the fact that he may have been cheating on you, or he had an affair, he had lunch, dinner, whatever, is very weird. is very and to invite him over to your event that's supposed to be positive is very strange.
Yeah, like I said, it kind of reminds me of the Kenya situation. Like, why are you gonna do that at your event?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's supposed to be something positive. And granted, I do understand when it comes to housewives, usually the finale, they always trying to leave you off with like a mic drop moment, like a
Mhm.
big, like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. With every city, the finale is usually something like really big happens. It's an all cast mandatory event. And usually something happens. Even in the past with Atlanta, they used to have amazing finales. This to me just gave very
You don't
much.
think the ice part was an amazing finale, filming in Portia's big ass house with the
Let me
Christmas
tell you
decorations
something
and Mama Diane
about
coming in
Mama Diane. Mama Diane went from sitting up on Cordell's cream chairs in his master bedroom
to sitting on Simon's?
to sipping tea in Simon's mansion. Okay, that
Mama
scene.
Diane is a PIMP. Is that what we?
Let me tell you something. That scene gave. We came, we saw, we conquered. Checkmate.
And the shade of the divorce is now on ice. ICE.
Listen,
Simon got
Divine.
detained and the divorce is on ice, and then they showing the whole thing, which to me proves that production restarted the cameras after they had already wrapped filming.
Exactly. For sure.
Mm.
I mean, they did say she
Cause
did
they
get the
wrapped
last
filming in what,
word.
September? Cause when was Angela Oakley's event? Cause he
That
was
was in
showing us stuff
August.
from August, September, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
and this was after Christmas.
This was after Christmas. And listen, if you watched, she did get the last word. Divine alignment. Divine alignment. So listen, it gave checkmate. It gave we done came a long way from being kicked out of Cordell's house to now we sitting in a mansion
Now
in
we didn't
Simon's
we didn't
house.
stole somebody else's.
You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
God good?
Ain't God good? God is good all the time.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
They was she was were fake on
But
the
I mean, Miss
treadmill.
Diane need a peach then. Like what? Like she's like the third character. Like what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. Um, but Michelle, my question now that we're at the end of the season is over. What do you think, 17 episodes in, what do you think of this remodeled version of the show? This
What do you mean?
whole we went on a hiatus. It took them a year to film. After they filmed another year to put out the show. What do you think of RHOA?
It's not great, but it's palatable. Like I can watch it, but it's not great. And I don't like the way they handle Brit. I feel like Brit
Yeah.
deserves a spot.
Yeah. And even Brit, I could tell like I think at the finale she knew she was probably done. When it was like the whole Shamea with her child and all of that. I think
Mhm.
then she was like, you know what? I can't win with this group. And this
Yeah.
is before social media because social media was going in on how the episodes were airing because social media was very pro Brit
Mhm.
when all of that thing was happening because they were like, damn, how can you do that and all of that. But once the episode started airing, everybody was going in on Brit. So she was kind of done with it prior
But
to,
she was vindicated the final 3 episodes, but by then she had already quit.
yeah.
So,
But even Shamea, like, cause she, they were, Twitter exposed her. They said, well, you was in Miami, and even on the after show when they were talking about the stylist situation, they had mentioned that they went from Grenada to Miami. They didn't go straight to Atlanta. But
mhm.
she trying to make it seem like she kind of ran to her daughter's rescue,
Yeah,
and
I
that
saw
was kind
the
of
clip of
weird.
them in Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, listen, to me, this show, I've watched it. It first started airing when I was in 8th grade. I've been very loyal to the brand. It's not like must watch TV to me, but it's like what you said. It's kind of like palatable in a way, but it's not like appointment TV. I think
Right.
they're
I can watch
trying.
it this week. I don't have to watch it on
Yeah,
Sunday night. Yeah.
yeah. Like it's a flop, but it's kind of like you can get through it in a way.
Mhm.
And as for Phaedra, it's really funny that she's doing the same thing that she accused Kenya of doing 10 years ago, which is, with the fake boyfriends.
the fake
but
boyfriend. Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
fake boyfriend. But
clearly.
yeah, other than that, I don't know what they're gonna show us in 3 episodes. 3 reunions. I don't know about all of that,
Well,
but
the first one gonna suck. The next one gonna be moderately interesting, and the last one is gonna have the drama that whatever went on with Charles and Angela and the security footage.
yeah. And
So
there were rumors that she dropped the F bomb.
yeah, I heard that too. I heard that from
So
people who were there.
yeah, so maybe I don't know, Angela girl, Junebug, you might be a one and
I
done.
know.
I
Somebody
don't
tell
know.
Alex we waiting on part 4 now. Tell him I'm be on a little bit longer. Go ahead, drop part 4. Either call in, put the link in the chat. Thank you, Mickey. Let me
Yeah.
let Team Oakley speak, child, before the people
Okay,
get on my
Michelle.
nerves. But I
You have a good
appreciate you,
night.
Mickey. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. Team Oakley.
What's up?
I need you to speak with more enthusiasm, honey.
What's up? Okay, look, for real, Michelle. I know you living for this because it takes you back to
Well,
your
I gotta
start.
live for. I live for the best, honey.
Okay, look. I done clocked in this week, so look, listen.
Okay, clock in. What happened?
So, okay, so Alex, the guy that we've been watching, so I did some digging. He is a little groupie. He
Oh,
been around the old ATL Love and Hip Hop people years ago, hanging around them, being like well, I ain't gonna say assistants or groupies, but anyway, he was
I
like a
hanging
little
around which ones? Who?
Mama D,
Oh,
little Scrappy and his
well, he ain't got
people.
but 400. He said he a personality. He ain't got but 400 followers.
Well, he was on the show. He got a girl. He got 2 kids. He got a wife, and then he was on there with the boyfriend. I think that was an ex. I didn't
He
watch the
got a
whole
white
episode.
boyfriend.
No, the boyfriend I think was a black dude, but the wife is like she looks mixed or something. I didn't watch the
Wait,
whole
he got a
episode.
wife too?
Yes, and he has 2 kids. I think
Oh,
he was on like one of them shows like strange relationships or my ex or something.
uh-huh.
But anyway, so and I found Marcus's Instagram as well.
Uh-huh.
So I believe and also Tammy daughter Tyra does hair. So I know exactly who that is. So
I listen.
okay. But
Not
I
talking with Tam, she don't like me.
yeah,
I be making the girls mad. They don't like me.
we ain't worry about it though.
I know.
Um but
I don't have
Michelle,
nothing
listen,
against
this is what I'm trying to
talking with
say.
Tammy though, but it's funny. She yeah, I have to tell that story on Patreon.
Okay. Listen, I forgot what I was gonna say. God.
You said
Okay.
Tyra does hair. Tyra, Tammy's daughter, does hair.
Yes, but it was
Uh-huh.
something about the dude. Oh, the guy that Kelly knows. He's the one who invited Marcus. The
Kelly's publicist.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
So then
And
Alex
they
was
show his face at the
uh-huh.
gala. Uh-huh.
Right. Yes.
So you think he got something to do with it too? They got something to do with it?
It's production, but see, Phaedra, it was in on it as well. I believe Phaedra agreed to help Angela out. This helped give Phaedra a storyline, and this also helped Angela as well combat the whole cheating rumors with Charles. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
You don't think so?
But I don't. You think she gonna want to jeopardize her marriage like that?
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
she
she knows
wants to
anything
come
about
back.
it.
Hey, Jason. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason. What you say?
I don't think Phaedra knew anything about it or Angela. I think it was production. They was all on this.
So you think they both were blind?
Yes,
We
I
saw
think
the
so.
text from
Yeah.
both of them.
But they were talking to them both behind the scenes before the gala, so they weren't blind at the gala.
Right, they knew.
Okay, no. I believe that Angela didn't know initially that someone was planning the takedown with Marcus, but then afterwards when she went to sit down with him, then she knew about it. But I don't think that at the beginning of the whole plot she knew.
I can't
That's
hear.
what I meant.
So you believe that she believes that it's Phaedra?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I believe she believes it's Phaedra.
I don't know. I'm torn.
Yeah.
So
It's a
what did you
bit.
think about the season finale? Jason?
To be honest, I really loved it. I'm really sad the way how they treated Brit, because the way these women slut shamed her, and I think it was a whole mean girl tactics getting on
I
top
did
of
not
her.
like that either. And for
I did
Kelly to
not
sit up
like it
there and
one
say,
all.
"My body, my choice," right? When Brit
Exactly. Yeah,
brought up the
exactly.
abortion stuff, and then
Exactly.
at the same breath call her a whore, isn't it her body, her choice? And then Shamea goes
Exactly.
and does the same thing. Like,
Exactly,
yeah, I
exactly,
don't
and
like
it's so crazy because like I live in Germany, so I saw the scene when Brit got naked and she was dancing,
that. Mhm.
and it was fun and wholesome. But I heard that they didn't show this in the U.S. I'm not sure if you guys
They
saw that
showed it.
scene.
Well,
Okay,
they
so
blurred it
when she
out.
was yeah when she was dancing and acting happy, she was doing this for Shamea because Shamea started crying, saying, "Oh my God, my baby's sick," and then she goes to Miami, she takes shots, and the whole time she was honestly, I don't want to sound like I'm being mean or anything, but that scene when she was breaking down and crying for Shiloh was so over. It was just too much. Like, and then she just wanted everyone to just give her the attention. And then Britt, she jumped in and said, "Okay, you know what, Shamea, I don't like shots. I'm gonna take shots." Did that just to make Shamea feel good. Then Shamea goes to Miami, takes shots, and then comes back to Atlanta, shades Britt, and then calls Britt a slut because she doesn't want to admit that she actually went to Miami to take shots rather than going straight to Atlanta. So
Yeah, I didn't
yeah,
like that.
it
Yeah.
was crazy. Yeah, it was really
And
bad.
and
But
and lying about showing her the text.
exactly. Shamea, you know, it's so crazy. Like, it makes a lot of sense why Shamea was never casted before, because now seeing her this season, I was so disappointed. The way she behaves, the way she carried herself, she was literally a lapdog. She was a lapdog this entire season. And
And
it's
I
so
hate
sad.
that for her
Yeah,
because
because
she
I
has
loved
so much
her.
more to offer than to just be
Exactly.
running behind Porsha.
Exactly. And it makes so much sense why Mama Diane said you have to watch the one who carries the bone. Makes a lot of sense.
Ooh, not you giving Mama Diane some credit.
By
Why
the way,
y'all going
Michelle,
in on Shamea?
I love your channel, Michelle. By the way, I'm a new watcher here, and you're so
Thank
funny.
you.
I love your takes, and the way how you read Kenya is so hilarious. It's so
Ooh, I
hilarious.
have more coming. I just been saving it. I don't want to pile on.
It's so funny. So greetings from Berlin. Take care, all right?
Thank you so much, Jason.
Bye
Thank you for
bye.
calling in. All
Bye
right.
bye bye.
Bye.
My connection went out.
Hey,
Oh.
Michelle.
Oh, mute him, mute him. I'm not done. Mute him. I'm not
Hey,
done.
Oh.
Michelle.
Hey, Dre.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Michelle, pull
Why
the text
Jezebel
back
got T.S.
up.
Madison on her picture?
Mute.
Jazabelle said she not finished yet. So hold on, Dre. Let Jazabelle finish.
Listen, something else I had to say, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Gosh. Okay. When we were looking at the text messages and Alex was showing them. So why was Alex showing us Marcus's text messages? Because weren't those from Marcus, y'all? Cause wasn't those from Marcus?
Yeah.
Why was he the one showing them?
What's Marcus' Twitter?
I don't know the Twitter. I know the Instagram.
Okay, so
What's,
anyway, how you been,
But
Michelle?
what's his Instagram?
oh
Michelle, how you
shoot.
been?
God
I've
dang
been
it.
good.
Hold on.
That's
What is
good.
it?
I seen you with that white man in your picture.
Hold on, Dre. Dang.
Hold
What's
on. I gotta
what's his
find it.
Instagram?
Wait, let me go back.
I had a story about T.S. Madison too, but I didn't want to
It's
talk about it tonight.
Marcus THA Boss Man. Ain't nothing on there.
Oh
How
well,
your
what?
mom doing?
But he has a YouTube channel where him and
Oh
Alex
my God.
Michelle, how your
do
mom been?
Dre. Shut up. He
No, you
has a
shut up, Jazzy Bill.
he has a YouTube channel. Him and Alex, they do a podcast for Real
I see.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, I knew about the podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle, how your mom been?
This was a setup by production.
Yeah. I knew that too. Okay, but what role did Angela and Phaedra play?
Because
It was
they
set up
need
by production, but did they know about it?
yes, they knew about it.
So they're just in. So did Charles know about it?
No, I don't think. Okay, I think Angela may have mentioned it to Charles, but given what we see, Charles is like I have great uncles that act like Charles. Like he like get the F out my face with that. Like you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So he probably didn't really You know what I'm saying? I
Uh-huh.
don't think he really too much cared to know about it or whatever,
I
which is
like
why
your
he
hair,
walked
Michelle.
off.
Okay. All right.
Dre,
Well,
you messing
Dre,
up the
what's going
mood.
on,
We
Dre?
trying
Since
to
you
get to
gon'
the
you just
bottom of
insist on
something.
interrupting us. What's going on, Dre?
Dang.
Nothing. I was just wanting to see how your mom was doing and stuff.
My mom is doing very well. Thank you for
Oh,
asking.
that's good. When was her birthday? You said her birthday was.
Her
You said
birthday was
that.
same day as Tupac, June 16th.
Oh, it just passed.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get her? Oranges, apples,
Oh
watermelon.
God.
Dre, why do you come on and interrupt the whole show? I've talked about my mama's birthday way back when I came back.
I
Okay,
just
we on to something
I
else.
was just trying to be nice, Michelle.
Well,
That's all I was trying
I
to be.
appreciate you, Dre. Thank you, friend.
Dre, did you watch the show?
No, no. Um, in this country, we don't watch shows like that. Jazzy Bill, how your family been?
Don't ask about my family, you.
Dre, why
I'm
are
just
you
saying,
calling in asking about everybody's family? How's your family? How's your
Michelle.
sister doing?
Michelle, I got a secret to tell you. Get
Dre, how
close to
your
Jazzy
sister
Bill.
doing?
Get close to. Oh, my sister love where she living at now.
How your mama doing?
Everybody's good. Good health. Good,
Okay.
good, good thing.
Well, that's
Jazzy
great.
Bill, you better watch out because your family $3,000 per person for ice. So I'm trying to get close to you because they going back to Africa. Your family is out Nigeria. They going back to Nigeria.
Excuse me, my family is good. They've
Three
been
thousand
citizens
dollars per person.
forever.
So
They've been
I'm looking
citizens
you up.
longer than
I'm
you've
going
been
to dox
alive.
you. I'm looking you up because
Don't do
I'm
it.
looking to see who your father
Don't
is
do it.
and all his siblings.
Yeah,
Swear to
this
God,
is a part of the show
I'm
that
gonna
has
find out.
officially gone left. So if you here for Real Housewives tea, it's over now.
Dre, I
People
can't
still watch
believe
that?
you.
I thought we was boycotting it.
This what the show was. Did you not read the title of this
Michelle,
live?
I haven't watched. This was not no
Did you
Sweet
not read the
16.
title of this live?
No, he can't read.
No, I just seen. I heard Jazzy Bell voice.
Oh, so you decided to call in to be messy.
No, I'm just telling you $3,000 per person. That's all I'm telling you.
We got
We
it.
gonna turn you in because you don't know how to say Fulton, so we know you're not from the United States.
Say
Well,
Fulton
where am I
County.
from? I'm from Atlanta all day,
You know,
shawty.
say Fulton County.
Fulton County.
You've been practicing.
You said what, Jazzy?
You've been
Struggled a little
practicing.
bit. Say it again.
No. Because you talk about people. You
Say
talk
Fulton.
about people the way people talk. You talk about the
Say
way that people
Fulton
talk.
County, right?
No, you talk about the way people talk.
No, I don't. I just want to
You
know if you
do.
really from
That's
here.
that's not nice, Michelle. That's not nice to talk about the way people talk. Maybe
Dre,
you have a speech problem or something. You sitting up and you
Oh, okay. Is
laughing
that what
at
it
me.
was?
Yeah.
Michelle's talking about housewives. Like you didn't
What about
watch the
Housewives?
show.
People, y'all still watching Housewives?
Yes, we still watch
Yes.
What about? We need to talk about that Diddy trial, Michelle. Why you not in New York with Nick at night and everybody else?
because
Like,
I'm a leader, not a follower.
ain't nobody think about no Housewives. That show still come on.
They said say binge worthy.
Binge. Wait. What's his name again?
Just
What's, say what, binge? Wait.
I'm dizzy. Say it again.
Oh, that's Drana. You know, Drana is my
Say
twin
binge
sister.
worthy, Dre.
Michelle, you know that's my twin sister right there. Did you know that?
Say binge worthy, Dre.
Binge worthy.
You did good. You
You
been
know that's my
practicing.
twin sister right there.
Did you see somebody tag me in this before I go? I wanted to talk about this. I might clip this into a solo video, but did you see TS Man Hands talk about Nene Leakes thinks he's a dude?
well, he is, isn't he?
Oh God. Y'all want to see the clip?
No.
Sure.
Drana, why did you, Drana, you know, it's Dre and Drana. Drana, come up here so everybody can know who you are. They don't believe you my twin sister.
So why is it that TS Man Hands is over here on TMZ mad because he said that Nene Leakes thinks he's a man? And then Flame Monroe was in the damn comment section saying with eyes or something. I was gagging.
We can't
Oh,
hear the video, so where's the
because
video?
I haven't played it yet. Hold on, let me play it. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer in Section 107. The Copyright Act allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Let's listen.
There's a lot of backlash I got for doing Nene Leakes interview, you know.
Oh, he sounds just like a man. You got a lot of backlash for doing the Nene Leakes show.
And I don't think it was backlash. I think that it was just me having a full conversation about, what people are really talking about,
I mean, because people think I'm a dude, and Nene said it. Hold on.
I think that the world is so mixed up with people thinking like, men don't like trans women or straight men.
People mixed up because I got a dick, and people don't know that men like me.
And don't like trans women or whatever. These are these people's identity. People can identify what they choose. I said that the very first time when they were saying there was only two genders. Nene
what Nene had to say about it?
Represents 90% of women who feel that way. But
90% of women feel like I'm a guy.
It's a real thing out here. Like you can't.
Don't y'all feel sorry for me? I put on all this wig and makeup and y'all still don't believe I'm a girl.
If you go down a man's Rolodex, you don't know what a man has done. Like you don't know how real he's keeping it with you. A lot of women.
What does that have to do with women? I almost use my T.S. Madison voice for that. What does that have to do with women? What men are doing? Like he want to convince us so bad that all the men want him. This is so weird.
Ask men to be upfront and honest, but then you don't leave the floor open.
Why we gotta leave the floor open? Here he is being a whole pick-me with one left breast down to his knee and the other one up. Like, why is his breast lopsided? If you gonna buy some breasts, at least buy them where they even. I'm just saying. But for real, why is he centering men, saying that women don't give men the space to be to like transgenders? It's not our problem. Is it our problem, women in the chat? Y'all let me know. Gays, is it our fault? I don't understand. Why is it our fault?
To tell you all their dirty laundry.
So a lot of people, were saying that Nene was being transphobic. What do you say to those people? Do
y'all think Nene was being transphobic in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Nene was being transphobic. Put a 5 in the chat if you think this man is delusional.
You feel like she was?
I don't think that Nene was necessarily being transphobic. I think that her thoughts are rooted into pieces of stuff that's been passed down. I
think her thoughts are rooted in things that's been passed down, i.e. translation. Nene believes that a girl is a girl and a boy is a boy.
Do I think that she sees me as a man? Yes, I do think.
We all see him as a man. I don't understand. We all see him as a man. What's the problem? You are a man. What are we going?
She sees me as a man. I think that she respects me on the surface as a trans woman? Probably, maybe not. I don't know. She's respectful enough.
Can y'all be quiet while I play this?
Michelle, how long is this?
It's only a few minutes. Dang, I said I was gonna clip this to a separate video. Just be quiet, or do I need to put you in the back?
Do I need to put you in the back?
No, don't put us in the back. No.
Well, be quiet. It's almost done. Dang.
To use my pronouns as she and her, but like deep down inside, it's just like you're a man, I'm a woman. I don't want to date no man that's ever dated with you. But girl, you live in Atlanta. Girl, you live in Atlanta.
Oh God, we live in Atlanta. That don't mean everybody in Atlanta gay. Why he seem to think that everybody hang on the street corner like he do? Everybody ain't gay. TS man hands. Everybody don't hang over there on Cypress Street where the trannies hang out at.
Girl, you live in Atlanta, girl.
Have you talked to Nene since that sit down and?
I've texted her and said hi and hello, whatever. I've liked her stuff, whatever. She's came under a few of my videos and stuff, and she's like, I don't have any problem with Nene. She thinks like you're unthinker or.
Now we crazy, and he the one who has sense. Y'all explain this to me. How is it that we are all crazy, but he walking around with a wig and a penis, and he's the one that is not crazy? I don't know.
Or your neighbor, or she's a black woman that's thinks
a lot of black women.
Oh, so it's all black women's fault now. Here we go. Blame it on the black woman.
A lot of black women think that way. So it's just like I didn't really take offense to it, but I did go back and I was like a little bit like, girl, you should be more progressive than this. You're surrounded by gay people. You're surrounded by gay and trans people, girl. You
See, he had to correct that. You're surrounded by gay people. You gay. You's a boy. You's a gay. You's a man who like men. And ain't nothing wrong with that, T.S. Timothy. Is nothing wrong with you liking men. Okay. I don't care who you sleep with. I do not care, but you's not a lady.
should be more progressive in your thinking. I'm here addressing a lot of backlash.
Okay, there's that. Anyway, y'all let me know in the chat what y'all thought of T.S. Manhan saying that Nene this TMZ is messy for this title. T.S. Madison says Nene Leakes definitely thinks I'm a dude. Doesn't mean she's transphobic. So why his interview was like a month ago. Why is he doing interviews with TMZ now? They just dropped this a day ago. Everybody in the comment section saying the same thing. Like, it's the delusion for me, but he is a man pretending to be a woman. Just because you want to play make believe doesn't mean we have to play along. I'm so tired of this conversation. You is a man, sir. Oh, there go my friend Mr. Ray. Said, be effing for real. Nene didn't say anything wrong. She said exactly what I would expect my grandmama, mama, sisters, and nieces to say. What heterosexual woman willingly wants a man who sleeps around with other men or men who call themselves women? Okay, tell him, Mr. Ray.
Is Mr. Ray the one that was on College Hill?
Yep, that's Mr. Ray. Yep.
He was getting
Ray
bullied on
Cunningham.
College Hill. You love hanging around people that get bullied.
Oh God, here you go. Somebody said, how can everyone only be honest if they agree with you? So yeah, that's how TS Manhans thinks. He's right. Everybody else is wrong. As long as you agree with him, you are right. And if you don't agree with him, you are the devil. And you know, he said that black women who feel this way, instead of saying that all women feel this way. We don't see you as a woman. Anyway, I'm digressing. Like this video. No, we're not reading all 900 comments, child. I just read a few. He said, why do they hate black women so much? I don't understand why he even had to make it a black-white issue. He was saying women at first, women feel this way, women feel that way. And then he had to move it on to black women. Why it had to be black women? It's women, period. Okay. Anyway.
You know what I noticed?
What did
He's
you know?
trying to stay in Nene's good graces. He didn't think Nene knew about that tranny comment he made. You know, it was he being this passive when he was talking about women and their pads and cycles.
Right.
Was he being
When he
passive
said that
when he was
that lady
harassing?
in the bathroom had a big maxi pad on, a big huge maxi pad.
Yeah. Who
Right.
died and made him the OBGYN and the leader of the cycles? And now he want to be offended by black women. What we do to him?
I don't know what we did, child. And the views and opinions
Well,
expressed.
it be them
I'm just
black
here.
women like that. You see that name right there, black women like that. That's the type of black woman I can't stand. That name right there. You see that name that start with an A and end with a D. That's the type of black woman I don't like. They
Why you
talk
got a
too much.
problem with all
Yap
this?
yap 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 yap
That's
yap
what the
yap.
comment section's for, Dre, to talk.
You said what?
That's why.
No, that one particular hyena talk a little too much
We're
though.
not gonna do that, Dre. We're not gonna call nobody no animals over here. Let me go see a part 4 up. I'm refreshing. Nope, it's not up. I've been trying to, hold on to part 4. I gave it a good 20 minutes.
Grata, do your job.
Because him and Marcus are over there colluding, trying to make up part
Dog her
4.
out.
You gotta watch the video, Miss Z. It's do a search in the YouTube search bar, T.S. Madison Maxi Pad. And it'll come up. I don't want to, go there right now because we'll be going down a whole rabbit hole of problematic things he has said. But he was literally in a women's bathroom one time, and he came out and got in the car and said that he just saw a big, huge maxi pad in the bathroom. And then when the woman came out, he was like, there go that bitch right there. There go that bitch right there, trying to shame a woman for having a big, huge maxi pad. And he didn't see what the problem was with that. Like, why were you in the women's bathroom in the first place if you can't, look at a maxi pad? We don't understand. So, yeah. Anyway, this has been fun, you guys.
Wait, I want to know what you think about my theory for Housewives before we were interrupted.
Jazzy, you about to go back to Nigeria. You don't even matter what your theory think. Because once I get your address, you up out of here.
I'm going to be in Dubai with my Uncle Simon.
Okay, well, wherever you about to get out of here, you and the family.
Whatever.
Uh
And you
uh
going back to Nebraska,
Deport.
where you from? Have you ever
Here's
met
the link
somebody
to the
from
video for
Nebraska?
anybody who wants to watch it. What do you say, Jasmine?
Okay, I want to know what you think about my theory. Like, I think that this was a Phaedra and Angela. Okay, it was a production thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Because Alex and Marcus are already like little groupies, reality TV groupies, and
Uh-huh.
then it was like a collusion, between Phaedra and Angela to help each other, and they was all in it. That's why
I don't know.
Phaedra was sitting there like that. She was
I don't
quiet,
think
but she was
Phaedra would help
talkative.
him like that. I mean, help her like that. I don't know.
I
I don't
do.
know. I think it was a
Yes.
scheme. I think they tried to set Phaedra up. I don't think Phaedra
What?
in on it. But I think she
But
laughing about it because she knows she didn't do it.
but she had to have been on it in some capacity to sit there and not be offended by anything.
Thank you, Anita D. Appreciate you, friend. Uh,
It's not making
I
her
don't even
look
want to
bad.
like
It's
dissect it
helping
too much.
Phaedra.
I just wanted to play out. Y'all just tell me who did it.
Okay.
Y'all let me know who had did it.
Okay. Well, I'm still Team Oakley. I'm rooting for Angela to come back for her second season.
Okay.
I'm kind of
All
rooting for Shamea too. Hopefully she don't mess up her second season if she do come back.
right.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I think Shamea will be back. I think that Porsha will be back. I think that Phaedra will be back. I don't know about Angela, but they'll probably bring Angela back. Now Kelly is iffy. And Drew, I had heard she was on the chopping block a long time ago. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Drew.
They would mess up the flow if they don't bring Angela back.
And I heard that Sheree was coming for next season. I heard they asked Brit back, but I know y'all don't believe me. But I did hear that. But I don't know. I don't think she's gonna take it. But I heard they wanted her back. And they're looking for at least 2 more women in Atlanta right now. So that
Well,
means at least 2 women gone. That's what I get from it. No,
Nene's
Nene's not
available.
coming back. No, I mean, not season 17 anyway.
Um,
And so anybody who's reporting that is mistaken. Nene is working on the Nene Leakes show. So y'all tune in.
Alex, call in. You in here? Call in. Hey,
Let
Angela,
me
I know
keep
you in the.
refreshing the TikTok child. See if he put up part 4 yet. Nope. No part 4.
They say Alex in the comments.
Where he at?
I don't know. He need to call in. Hit the link, Alex.
Alex ain't in here.
Oh, boo.
I mean, he might be. If you in here, Alex, click the link. I just posted it in the chat. Click the link and call in. Paige said they should just bring Sheree back. We don't want a bunch of new people. Well, yeah, I'm sure they'll bring Sheree back, but they're trying to find people who jail. You know what I mean? So
He's right
I
there.
don't
Click
know.
the link, Alex.
Oh, that's him over there on the Twitter. Alex,
Oh, he's
click
on.
the link, friend. Where you at? Hold on. Let me go over to Twitter. Uh, I forgot I was streaming on Twitter.
I'm glad Dre quiet. Dre.
Alex, I don't see your comment on Twitter. Hold on.
He said he doesn't see a link.
Hold on, I'm about to post. Oh wait, that must be Dre. That's Dre. That's Dre.
Hey, this is Alex.
Dre! Oh my god.
What? You guys call for me?
That's Dre, child. Ain't nobody say that.
No, but it's somebody in the chat that says
Oh, okay.
Alex.
Alex, come over to YouTube and see the. Let me see how I put. Can I put? I don't want to put the link on YouTube. I gotta create. I mean, on Twitter, everybody be calling. What's your name on Twitter? Hold on, let me see. His
Well,
name
everybody, I
Alex.
want everybody to know I got a girlfriend now,
What's her name?
Sharice.
Sharice?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Where's she from?
Oh, there you go. Okay, hold on.
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile.
Yeah, she a
Alex, I'm
RN.
sending you the link. Wait, I'm
Oh,
trying.
so she make more money than you. That's good.
And you know, this girl about to make me go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
How do I see it?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you making her go crazy.
This is
So
just too much.
What's too much?
Being in a relationship.
Ooh.
I swear to God, I'm not lying. I swear to God, everything I love. This is too much. She be dogging me out.
well, good.
Michelle, you remember how JT used to talk to me? That's how she be talking to me.
Oh, that's the way you deserve to be spoken to.
She be dogging me out.
Alex, why I can't see your name on here? I see your okay, at Hot Mess. Okay.
Who the
Okay.
hell is Alex? Who is Alex,
At
Jezebel?
Hot.
Our new friend.
Okay.
You know,
Now
Oh, I ain't
Michelle
gonna be
make
friends with
friends.
Michelle that long. You know, she don't keep friends. She only kept us that long.
who is you? I don't y'all ain't my friend.
Michelle do keep friends. Ouch, Michelle. Okay.
Right.
I don't know y'all.
Yeah, we don't know her either, actually.
I just sent you the link, Alex. Hopefully it works. Just click that link.
You know, Michelle make friends all the time. Squad gotta keep, we got a Rolodex of friends over
She
here.
don't keep her friends that long, Jezebel. Trust me. And you know that.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
These
Michelle, you
are
know
my
my
friends. Why y'all
Michelle,
say these are my friends? I don't know these people.
Michelle, that's my twin sister right there.
These people
Michelle,
call in on the show. Just like if they my friends, everybody in the chat my friends.
Michelle, you
We
know
are all
Drina,
friends.
Drina, my
Ah,
twin sister,
yeah,
right?
my lord.
Hey,
Ah,
friend.
yeah. See?
Michelle, you know that's my twin sister, right?
Who? Jasmine?
No, hell no. Drina.
Oh, Drina is your twin sister?
Drina, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now she don't claim us, Drake. That's
She
okay.
she
This
don't
is my
Jezebel,
YouTube family.
Jezebel, you know she don't claim us out loud. But you already
These
know
are
what's
my
up.
YouTube family.
Right.
Jezebel, you really know what's up.
Not Donovan said hook Dre up with T.S. Manhan.
Ooh.
You said what, Michelle?
Alex, did you get the link? He trying to call in, I guess. Let me
Come on,
see.
Alex.
I sent it to him on the thing. I
Who is
don't
that?
know how to
He
use.
another YouTuber?
I don't know how to use the Twitter.
Kinda. I think so.
So the link I sent you, Alex, just click it and call in. Oh, my eye is burning. Let me see.
Michelle, don't start that.
What?
Don't be talking about your eye, whatever. We
Michelle, who
got.
did
Oh
your
wait, he
braids?
called in. Hold on, Alex on the line. I don't know if it's him because we can't see his face.
It's
Oh
dark.
hey,
It's me.
hey Alex,
Hi.
we got an exclusive child.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good, good.
We were just watching
Alice,
your
Alice came to
TikTok.
give us the tea, right? The tea on what though?
Yes, you
On
weren't
what?
here, Dre.
I
So
mean,
we're gonna have to set up because we're gonna need to hear this. We was watching Alex TikTok earlier, and Alex was spilling the tea about what happened at the gala with Phaedra and Angela, and how it's allegedly a scheme set up by somebody,
it's
and I'm
definitely
trying
a
to figure
scheme
out
set
who
up by
set the
somebody.
scheme up.
That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question.
Well, I mean, we was waiting on part 4. When you gonna post it?
Uh, it's actually hilarious. I was working on part 4, and then somebody was like, "Oh my gosh, they're talking about you right now. Get over there." So, part 4 was about to go up. But yeah, so no, it was all a scheme set up. I really wouldn't even say anybody. No, I don't know. I feel like, just from, like I said, this is strictly just my point of view. I feel like Angela just wanted to deflect and chose to make Phaedra her target because Phaedra was low hanging fruit because of her past. Like I said, I mean, we did not know Angela. And just a little additional context in that coffee shop scene, Angela, she tells us that, she's pulled our backgrounds and she knows we have a connection to Athens. And literally, I'm so confused because I'm like, I know nothing about Athens. I don't know anybody in Athens outside of my mother-in-law. And she really used the fact that it was actually Marcus's aunt who went to high school with Phaedra and Nene, not his sister. Marcus's sister is like 30. So it was Marcus's aunt who went to high school with them. But they didn't have any type of like friendship or relationship. They had no way of contacting Phaedra. So she just used the fact that they were both from Athens and it's a small town and tried to, I feel like, make it look like Phaedra sent us. And Phaedra did not send us.
So, how did the situation where she was holding the tea about his background over his head, how did that play into him on that phone conversation admitting that Phaedra told him?
So I was not privy to his background before all of this, just like, you guys. I found out the couple of weeks before all of this aired.
Uh-huh.
However, she at the coffee shop made mention like, hey, I know these things about you. And pretty much was just like, if you do not go along with me and go along with this narrative that I'm trying to paint, then I'm going to put these things out there. And that's what the whole 15-minute conversation is. And like I said, she has the whole call. So since she wants to be so transparent and her PR team wants to put out parts of it, put out the full call. Put out the full call where you say, yes, give me something to legitimize what we're going to say about Phaedra. Give me, who do you know that she knows? Like, how do we make this look real?
Oh, so it was an edited piece of a conversation.
And so you can see if you go to look at any of those blogs that she's running on Twitter that's posted the clips, you'll see that it's the full conversation, but she's just posting a clip of it. But it's a full 15-minute video. I will gladly post my full 15-minute video, but as I've expressed, I don't have great audio because of the fact I'm like recording like a video record on my iPhone while we're in the car, secretly recording him on speakerphone with her. So it's just not the best audio. But I'll gladly post it, and anybody who wants it can DM me, and I'll send it to them. Because
Send it to me. I want to hear it.
I ain't
I
got
need to
nothing
figure
to
this
hide.
out.
And people keep trying to say that I'm out here lying and looking for a moment. And no, it's not. I'm just simply not out here going on national TV lying on an attorney. If I'm going to lie on anybody, it ain't going to be the one who ain't got to do nothing but roll on down the Fulton Street to sue me. Like, no. So.
I don't even know what questions to ask. Hold on. Let me ask Team Oakley. What questions to ask, Jezebel?
Okay, hi Alex.
Hi.
So I do have a question. You've explained everything very thoroughly, so I really don't have too many questions actually. But with Marcus, has he been on Housewives before?
No, I saw somebody else say that. Trust me, if Marcus had been on Housewives before, y'all would know. He would still be talking about it to this day. So no, he has not.
Okay.
Somebody said you and Marcus still friends. I'm looking at the chat.
So yes, me and Marcus are still cool. We're still friends. I feel like this has definitely put a huge strain on it because it's like we both just clearly would handle these situations differently. And so
he's standing behind that it was Phaedra who said it, and you're basically saying that Phaedra didn't have nothing to do with it.
Phaedra didn't have anything to do with it. Now, like I said, unless he was tight-lipped and decided not to tell me that Phaedra told him to meet him at Phipps Plaza, but Marcus would have told me all of that. Marcus.
And who is Junebug?
Your guess. Let me tell you. I
so
don't know.
Is this all a stunt from production?
No, when I tell you guys, I genuinely, production has nothing to do with this either. All I can,
production has nothing. So who came up with the publicist?
What I will say is there is still so much more to this story that has still yet to come out. And I don't know what I can say, so I'm going to choose to say nothing but But stay.
Like, what's stopping you from saying it? Are you getting paid?
I am not getting paid. I am not getting paid.
Okay.
I am not getting paid.
So what's
But
stopping you from just telling us, spilling it all?
because there is more to this story, and Bravo has to tell it first.
Why Bravo? I mean, like, that's my point. So why Bravo got to tell it? Why you can't tell it?
So again, I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Allowed, meaning, are you under contract?
There's just more. So
are you under contract? Like, if you say something, would you be violating some terms and conditions?
All I can say is there's just more that has yet to come out, but it will come out.
Well, Marcus, I don't know about this now. You said production don't have nothing to do with it, but now you're saying you don't know how much you can say. So who's stopping you from saying anything? That means you're under some type of obligation not to say something.
I wouldn't say that. It's not that I'm stuck between such a rock and a hard place. Because so
you want to talk? Okay. Can you talk to me offline?
I can do that. I will do that.
Okay.
But don't be too messy online now. But what
I mean, just talk to me offline. Then I can better understand something, because I can understand being put on the spot.
Yes, I will talk to you offline, because there are other players that I don't want that are not out there publicly, that I don't want to put out there publicly.
Yeah, so talk to me offline, and
I will totally can do that.
Okay. So I'm gonna slide in your DMs and give you my information, and we can have a chat. Because I know we've been talking about you from the TikTok and everything, and I didn't want to just like put you on the spot. But I do want to know, like, if you dropping this on TikTok, like, why are you disseminating it? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it just feels a little like you're contracted. I don't know.
So I will say this. I am not contracted. I will clearly say I am not contracted.
Okay. But so let's get this straight. So Phaedra didn't do it.
I know Phaedra did not do it.
Okay. So was Charles in the restaurant with a woman? Let's start there.
And all of these things are going to come out.
Oh my God.
I know, on the security footage that you talked about.
All of these things are going to
come out. That production got from y'all that's probably going to play on the reunion.
All of these things are going to come out.
Okay.
And I can't even, I am not privy to what happened at the reunion. I mean, some of this, if everybody comes back, will probably play out into next season as well. Because there's a lot. There's a lot.
A lot.
When I tell y'all, going through this experience.
Oh no, she gave me $5 to say that. I'm sorry.
Which you don't have to believe me, but what I can tell y'all is, going through this experience, I understand why every single woman is cast on the show, because there is so much more off camera that is just mind blowing. So when I tell y'all, every single lady got a lot to explain. So there's going to be a lot more that comes out. But like I said, I'll definitely talk to you offline and explain it in more depth.
Okay. All right. Nice to meet you.
So it was nice meeting you too.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Very.
Okay.
Good night.
I'll follow you on TikTok.
Oh yes, please.
Any other questions, Team
Wait,
Oakley?
yes, I do have a question. Okay, Alex, so you have been kind of in the company of other reality TV stars before, and I know you do know some people. So are you say production is not involved in this whole thingamajig that's going on. So do you know any production people or anything?
Yeah,
So
he know a lot of. He named Luke. He named a whole bunch of people.
But that's what I'm trying to
do. I know a lot of people. So actually, this is not my first time meeting Michelle. I worked back on Love and Hip Hop. I worked back on Love and Hip Hop season 1 and 2. So I've been around forever.
You met me before? I was outside.
Yes, you, Funky, everybody. Back when he
Junkie.
was
Oh, okay,
renting
back
your
then.
townhome.
Oh
Way
yeah, when
back
he left the shit all of my. Oh yeah.
way back then. So yeah, so I've been around, and then no, I was on I'm on a reality show called You, Me, and My Ex that's over on TLC. So
Oh,
I did that. So I've just been around. So no, I know plenty of people,
okay.
Okay,
but
okay.
I didn't know Phaedra.
Okay.
But talking with Tammy.
But yes. So and okay, so my day job years ago. Well, I in property management. I leased Tammy an apartment years ago.
Oh,
And then years later ended up leasing one to her daughter. So that's how I knew Tammy.
okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay. I mean, I believe you. I mean, I don't have no reason not to. So,
and that's what I keep telling people. What do I have to gain from lying about this? It won't that I
and
was
I
trying to
feel
get on
like your
TV.
story is a little too detailed for it to be a lie. I mean, people do lie, but I
People
just feel,
do.
the way you told your story, I believe it.
Well,
But I just want to know who Junebug is.
like I said, there's
They
still
say, do
just
you
so
know
much more.
Carlos?
Do I know Carlos?
Carlos
Mm-hmm.
King.
So I know Carlos was working on Love and Hip Hop at the same time, but I only had maybe a handful of interactions with Carlos.
They asking you, do you know my friend Josh? Why do y'all? He don't know Josh. Josh don't be outside like that. You know
Yeah,
Josh?
everybody know Josh. Josh be in them streets.
What?
I don't know Josh. I don't know
Oh.
Josh. I'm
You
joking.
don't know Josh.
I do not know Josh. Don't know who this is. Don't know that man. Sorry to that man.
But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you. So somebody said, so Alex, are you saying Angela is lying? Yes or no?
Yes, Angela is lying. Phaedra did not send us. We do not know Phaedra. He didn't know Phaedra. I don't know Phaedra.
Okay. He don't know Bingeworthy either, but Bingeworthy was at the
We both met Bingeworthy the night of Cooking with Kelly.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. So why you keep now they ask you if you know all kind of people. they saying I'm Junebug. I mean,
Let me
this
tell
is
you.
a key. This is a key. I love lives like this. So I don't want to hold you. I see you walking around in some garage. You don't need to be doing that this time of night
It's
in
where I
Atlanta.
live. It's my building's parking garage. It's okay. I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
I have kids and they're sleeping, so I was like, let me
Oh,
go
okay.
outside. Got to let the
Okay.
baby sleep.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you for calling in, and I will definitely stay in touch. And I will call you, and we gonna do some behind the scenes stuff. I might take you to lunch and get some OT. I need to hear this tea.
Yes, let's do it. But yes, let me go because it is late in Atlanta.
All right. Good night.
Good
Go to
night.
sleep. It's late in Atlanta.
It is late in Atlanta.
All right. Bye. Shout out to Alex for calling in.
Not Michelle got some tea on
I
season
always get the tea. What are
16.
you talking about? I am Atlanta.
Oh
Even
Lord,
when
here
I'm
she
not
go.
outside, I'm outside.
Okay. I'm still team Oakley. I don't care what y'all say. Still team Oakley.
I wish that other girl from TikTok would have called in the other day.
I think we scared her off. I think
Why
she's
we gonna
scared.
scare her? I mean,
I
I would have
think
gave her the truth, the real story. Link with them and bring it to Patreon. Okay. I actually had planned on going on Patreon tonight, but now it's 1 in the morning. Not Michelle, it's the godfather. I'm the godmother. Phaedra is the godfather.
man.
Don't be misgendering me either.
Oh, the block is hot now. Okay, Angela, I know you
So
watching.
now I feel like, and I said it from the beginning, I feel like Angela is lying. Either she's lying or she caught up in a story that's just not true. I knew Phaedra was innocent.
Oh my. Okay.
And she's not innocent per se, but I knew she wasn't involved in this. And when she went on Watch What Happens Live when she talked to Andy, and Andy even said, like, you have been benched. Like, why would you come back? And like, I agree with everything they said. Like, why would they even have Phaedra on Watch What Happens Live and have Angela over there on Carlos King? So
Carlos.
you knew who was telling the truth and who wasn't, in my opinion.
Oh, Angela. Oh.
Now you're not Team Angela no more.
No, I'm loyal. To me, this is not bad enough for me to abandon.
Angela already been in my DMs, and I told Angela a long time ago she could call in back when I exposed the FINRA situation when she got
Months ago.
banned from her financial thingamajigget.
Mm-hmm.
And she DM'd me and she said, "Hold on, let me see if I can see it, if I can find the DM, because I'll be turning my notifications off. I really do. Look, here it is right here. Oh, y'all gonna see all my DMs. I do that. Hold on. Oh, y'all can see too much. I just show one DM. Hold on.
Don't worry, Angela. I got your back, girl.
You ain't got nobody back. How I just show one DM? It's showing everybody DM.
Oh.
Y'all don't know them people. Hold on. Share Angela. See, look, it's right there. Over there on the side. It says, "Hey Michelle, let me know if you need further clarification on FINRA." And she sent it on April 21st, and I got it on April 25th. And I was like, "Hey, sorry, I'm just seeing this. We can discuss anytime." And I haven't heard from her since. So she reached out to me first. Shout out to Angela Oakley. You're welcome to come on to the show anytime, Angela. And if you lied on Phaedra, just say you lied on Phaedra. Say you needed a storyline, and we'll work it out
Hey,
behind the scenes.
Phaedra is okay. This gave her some interest factor. She
Well,
okay.
yeah, I do. That's my point. I feel like
It
Phaedra was
helped her.
protected either way it goes. Because Andy already told Shamea when Shamea was on the show and threw shade at Phaedra, Phaedra ain't going nowhere. Phaedra even said on all them interviews, I did a live where we talked about all the interviews that Phaedra was doing all this promo. Phaedra even said in one of them interviews, she's already back. She already on season 17. She got her contract already. So we know one thing, we know that Phaedra back for season 17. So I mean, yeah, this is all a scheme set up by somebody. I don't know if it's production. I don't know if it's Angela. I don't know if it's Drew. I don't know who it is, but Phaedra's in the clear. All and it did, yeah. Of course, they'll make the general public upset about Phaedra because y'all still mad about the whole Candy situation. So yeah, they kind of love the engagement. So all of y'all saying it's Phaedra. Y'all just pushing them up in the algorithm or whatever. Hell, the ratings bad enough as it is. Why not cause some controversy and let everybody think it's Phaedra? Phaedra just being the fall guy and she just earning her check. So.
But that's my question to my fellow viewers and squad. Like, what's so bad about what Angela did? Isn't this what they do? Set up
What
schemes and bring it on the show.
about your husband?
Yeah, they do it all the time. All type of
About your
stuff.
husband cheating on you?
All type of stuff. I mean, I'm just saying. In the housewives world, it's all type of stuff they do.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Anyway, moving on. What you think about Nene Leakes being her
Being
new
what?
interview coming soon?
With who? You?
Not me.
With who? What the heck? She looks pretty.
Did you say what the hell?
I was about to.
What the hell, yo?
I mean, that's good for her. She's reaching a new target audience. I mean, not a target audience, but a new demographic, which is good. But good luck with that. I don't know how far that's gonna
Look
go.
at somebody stand on the side. Krishan is declassing the Nene Leakes show.
I don't know how far she gonna get in that interview.
Oh.
And fraud. Those are the two that I would get rid of right away, honey. They're declassing the show.
Freak and fraud. Not somebody said I'm gonna go ahead and unsubscribe.
Oh no, y'all.
Somebody said now Nene. Lord. Somebody said two beautiful transgender women. I hate y'all. Somebody said, are you gonna hold her accountable for what she did to her son instead of kissing her ass like everybody else? Oh no. They don't like Krishan, do they?
No, Michelle. A lot of people don't like her.
Oh, somebody said we must be careful of the energy we allow in our space. This girl destroys everything she touches. I wouldn't allow this girl 6 feet in my presence. If you can't see all the demons she carries with your own discernment, it's off. I'd interview a real vampire before Krishan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, somebody said, "Come on now, Nene, you are bigger than this." Krishan, who nobody wants to hear from. Somebody said, delete the entire interview. I mean, they were saying the same thing about T.S. Manhan. So, let Nene do what Nene does.
Well, maybe this will be a new area for her, like to speak to controversial people or people that's deemed to be I
I
mean,
don't think there's a rhyme or reason or method to the madness. I think she's interviewing, people who
yeah,
she finds interesting and just trying to find like target audiences. Like
yeah,
she
and there's
did
nothing wrong
T.S.
with.
Manhan's to like target the transgender gay community. She did the housewives, a few of them to target like the housewives people. She was trying to do like successful entrepreneurs. You said, is that her new set? No, she was actually in LA working on some stuff, and she set up some interviews while she was in LA, and this is one of them. That's all I know. I wonder when she gonna drop the Peter Thomas in them.
I hope Nene can fight.
Ooh,
Cause Krishan, ooh, Lord.
somebody said that one of Blueface's outfits. So what do you mean? You hope she can? If she say something she don't like, you think Krishan gonna hit her?
Krishan probably she done found Jesus, so she might not, but she done.
It ain't no nice comments. I was trying to find one nice comments. I'm still scrolling. Lanithia, why?
It's not
I'm
that
sorry,
bad.
Nene, but what the fuck is this? It's giving the Maury show. Nene, really? Nene, no. People give platforms and attention to females who don't contribute nothing to society but toxicity. Somebody, oh, there go one. Somebody said this is gonna be a key.
But what are they expecting from Nene?
I mean,
Like she,
Morris Chestnut, Denzel Washington,
but Nene was
Damon
on
Hunzu,
Housewives.
um, Kamora Lee Simmons. I mean, I would listen. This is my personal opinion. I don't know. I would. Oops, where'd she go? I would interview people in my age bracket. That's just me.
But those aren't getting clicks, Michelle.
She hasn't done any. What do you mean they're not getting clicks? When she did one with Cynthia, that was one of her top rated interviews. When she did it with Carlos, that was her other top rated interview. When Deshaun was a good rated interview. Like she could have, it didn't even have to be a housewife. It just could be like Lisa Ray or something, Vivica Fox or
Okay,
I don't know, Tyrese,
Krishan numbers versus
Killer
Tyrese.
Mike.
Killer Mike versus Krishan. Numbers and engagement.
I mean, but it's Nene, so it's gonna be numbers and engagement. But like I feel like a lot of the interviews that she did on for BET Awards would have did great if she did them solo alone, but she compiled them into that one long video, so
Mm-hmm.
people didn't watch them. But there was some good interviews on there, like the Kurt Franklin one or the it was a couple of other ones I can't remember. But yeah, if they were standalone videos, they probably would have did a lot better.
Maybe she's mixing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see
Ain't nothing
nothing.
wrong with mixing it up. I ain't mad at her. She needs to do what works for her.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to manage my own platform, chat.
Well, looks like you got.
Michelle should interview Simon. You talk about Nene should Nene should interview Simon.
Oh Lord.
We both were trying to go until, yeah. But that's I had to tell y'all that.
Go to Dubai.
The
Ain't that where
flights
he
are
at?
canceled because of the conflict in Iran.
Oh, I forgot. Oops, my bad.
Uh,
My bad.
Nene should interview Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp actually asked her to come on his show.
And what was she doing?
She chose not to.
What?
Yeah. I guess the dog is at her house.
Lord, okay.
I know.
We
Nene
gotta
always talks about Brent, but she avoids mentioning Bryson. She mentioned them both.
regroup. You gotta tell
I
Nene to
wanted to do it in person. I know I could do it virtually. I could do our interviews virtually. I'm letting him do his whole little press tour virtually. I do mine when I feel I want to do it. Not Simon don't interview with black women. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm off the table then because I'm black.
Simon interview with you.
Nene should interview Marcus. Yep, that would be good.
Oh boy.
She should have interviewed Phaedra instead of Jason Lee.
Yeah, he ain't canceled yet.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't have Zeus.
Angela's here. Are y'all trolling?
If Angela is here, she should call in.
Let me see.
Angela, you're welcome to call in, friend. I mean, she probably won't because I don't know why she wouldn't. But
Angela, if
it
you
is
can,
late, honey. It is late in Atlanta. Why are y'all still up? Ooh.
because you got the tea, you got the juice tonight.
What tea I got, child?
Go to
And
sleep. It's late in Atlanta. Good
Well,
night.
what tea do I have, honey?
Angela probably not here, but she probably watching. I know she watching.
I'm sure. Well, this has been a great live. We had a lot of interesting things happen. We had a lot of cute topics. If you're just getting here, we talked about the season finale of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We talked about the hot tea that stemmed from the finale. We got Alex to call in, who basically was one of the people with Marcus who spilled the tea about how it wasn't Phaedra who actually did that or set up Angela. We got all the tea, child. What else do we have? We have we talked about TS Manhan saying that Nene was transphobic or Nene thinks he's a dude, which is not surprising. It's like big duh. What else we have? Alex called in. Shout out to Alex. Drake called in for a little while. Then we had Jezebel. We had Mickey. I put the link in for everybody, but that's all who had called. Y'all be complaining about the same old people call, but y'all don't be wanting to click the link.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
clocked in this week, but I ain't calling in no more.
Oh, why not?
Cause you put the link in all the time and no new people call in.
Well,
It's always Mickey, me, and occasionally a few other people. Like y'all need
yeah,
to call in.
maybe they scared of me. I don't know. I won't bite. I promise.
Well, thanks for having me,
I'm not as
Michelle.
mean as people say I am. What
Good
you say?
night.
Thank you,
Thank,
Jezebel.
thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Dre, for calling in. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate y'all. I'm blown away by all of it too. I'm just saying. Oh, y'all got a good show tonight, honey. Well, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, probably. And if I'm not back, I'll be back the next day. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what to tell you. Also, hit up my Patreon, patreon.com. I am ATLian. I know I owe y'all Patreon. I'm gonna come on tomorrow during the day and we're gonna talk about some stuff. Okay. All right. Good night, squad. Love you.